Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Open Discussions where we will be discussing various topics around women to understand us men and men to understand women, all in a respectful manner. With that being said, I'm your host David, and I'll slide it over here to my co-hosts.
Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode number 22. 22 weeks in. Last year was a good year. Again, we're thankful for you guys tuning in and showing the support. With that being said, we have a very, very special show tonight. And now to introduce...
We'll start from the right to the left, and we get your name, your occupation, your age, ethnicity, and if you're single or taken.
Okay, my name is Vanessa, and I want to discuss about my relationship. I may be in a relationship, I may be not.
Okay, hold up. All right. My bad for cutting you off. So your doors are temporarily closed, but you have a side door open.
No.
100%.
No doors open.
I like to keep my life private. I don't think it's anyone's personal business. They can't ruin what they don't know.
I mean, that makes sense. But you could tell people you're in a relationship and they'd have no idea.
Well, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay, so then you're single.
All right, so you're single. You're in
it's complicated.
situationship. All right. Go ahead, continue. My bad. Continue.
Kids or no kids?
No kids.
Ethnicity?
Latina, Mexican.
Okay, got you. What about you?
My name is Monica. I'm 41 years old. I'm an assistant manager. I am single. I am half Native American and black.
Ooh, okay. Kids or no kids?
I have one kid.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad for 4 months. What about you?
Hello, I am Jessica. I am very single. I am a single mother as well, single household mother. And I work in accounts receivable, work from home, amazing, love my job. And I am African American.
Ooh, okay, African American. Okay, so
I mean that's what I was told to say, I believe, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so you're mixed with a bunch of different things?
No, I just, who knows, That's just the option on the piece of paper, I don't know how African American I am, but,
That makes sense. All right, so everybody's here single, correct?
Yes.
All right, okay, so what would be your ideal guy if you could put one together? What would be your ideal guy that you would want as your partner? We can start from right to left.
All right, thanks for putting me on the spot again. My ideal man, I like a very intellectual person. I'm psychosexual, so I'm attracted to intelligence. Someone who's ambitious, that wants more for themselves. And, yeah.
Okay, so real quick, does the physique, ethnicity, none of that really matters to you? So they can just kind of be anybody, or
yeah,
what? Does that
matter?
matter?
That doesn't matter. I like everybody.
So he can be a little fluffy and he still got a chance?
Yeah, that doesn't
Okay,
matter.
all right, okay, cool. Just asking, got to clarify a little bit. The fluffy guys are jumping up and down right now.
Yeah.
You got to stay warm.
Yeah.
You got to stay warm somehow. All right, what about you? If you could have your ideal man, what would you want?
Just a considerate, caring, consistent, person that cares about me truly, genuinely. That's all I need. I just need somebody that can fill my cup with what I give, basically.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. What about you?
Hey, come on, that's bestie. So, I'm going to bounce off of that. But definitely, the main thing for sure is someone to assist my life and not be a liability. So definitely someone who I can be assist to, who's someone I can bring something to and they can bring something to me. We can grow and, water and feed each other. Someone to love my child as their own and, grow her as well, as her father would. And that's it, love and respect. I think love comes and goes and, physique and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, hey.
Ozempic is live.
Hey, true. Looks
can come and go. Money can come and go. Job and all that. I feel like, really just someone who is solid and who is willing to, no matter what, I got your back. I'm going to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to grow. who, you know, can communicate healthy, you know, who won't disrespect me, put their hands on me, you know, things like that. I think that's more important than looks and all that. I mean, because I don't look like, you know, how I looked, you know, when I first had my daughter, or, you know, I'm, you know, smaller. And so I feel like that can go, and life can change. So, you know what I'm saying? I could have this job, and, you know, in 5 years or 10 years, I cannot have this job. So I think to base, you know, what I want off of that is kind of, you know, not realistic, because that can always change. But someone who's going to have my back, or who's going to be there, you know, to grow me, to pour into me, that, you know, no matter if you're mad or not, that's cool. Okay, go in there, go play the game, you know. But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be in the bed, you know, we're going to be in the bed. Okay, you know, that's cool. You know, whatever, you decide tonight, because, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I told you to stop by Chick-fil-A and you did not. Okay. So, you know, I told you to go to Target. You know, I told you they had a sale. You know, I'm just kidding. But, you know,
for sure.
Just at the end of the day, no matter what, hey, we got each other. So you could be mad. You can not go in the other room. You know, hey, here's a homeboy. You need a boys' night? Hey, I got you. You need a designated driver. Me and Monica can drive y'all, which I need. You know, somebody that no matter what, I got your back.
Okay. Hey, that's
your
well
girl,
put together, very detailed.
I
like it.
that.
I like
I
it.
love that. That was very well said.
100%.
The only thing I didn't like is that your girl would be driving you out to have a good time. I'd rather.
No, I said we're gonna be the designated driver for you and your homeboys.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not allowing that. I'm just, it's cool. Me and my homeboys go out, have a good
It's
time.
I'm just so you be safe, so
No,
you
I
can
am
get
gonna be
drunk and
safe.
out.
I'm gonna be responsible.
Nah, I'm gonna catch an Uber.
Oh, okay,
There
that's
you go.
fine.
Yeah. That's more of like a guy's night. I can ride into my own music, vibe,
talk
it
all my
out.
shit.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing.
No,
Give
not
me
when
5
y'all. We
stars.
can't. Not when y'all are there. We can't. We can't talk our shit like that.
I'm just gonna drop. It's gonna be quick, so we're gonna
Nah, 20, 30 minutes to get to where we going. Okay, so real quick. You didn't give your age.
I just turned 23 yesterday. Actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Aquarius.
All right, so this is my question to all three, y'all. We'll start with you first. Do you think that as time has gone from 25 till now, the age you are, do you think your ideal of what you wanted at 25 in a man has changed to what you want now in a man? Like maybe when you were younger, were you more picky about who you wanted to be with? You wanted that taller guy, swoller guy, better looking. Now you're kind of like, I just kind of want a man to love me and take me for who I am. Do you think that's changed, or do you think you've always been that way?
No, definitely. I think like when we were younger, our ideal of like what love was, and we see our parents or, what they have or don't have. So you think like, or TV, like that's what it's supposed to be. So of course, we all had that, I want the house by 30 and this and that. So of course, just to be very candid, back then, in my era, when we grew up, we were like pimps, so we was like, if you had 2 or 3 dudes, that was, hey, so of course now at my age, having a child and, so of course, no, I'm not with that. Having multiple people, just don't waste my time. And I'm very proud to say, hey, the turnover rate is it's very, and I'm proud about, yes. Yeah, baby, I will block you quick, fast, in a hurry. I feel like, if you're going to waste my time, if it's, beneficial to me, we can waste time. But if it's not beneficial to me, don't waste my time. Go on to the next. Just tell me what you're looking for and let me know. Give me the option if I'm with it, if I'm not. Don't play games. Don't waste my time. And I think time has kind of taught me to catch those things and lessons, like, okay.
Because you don't get it back.
Yeah.
You can't get time back.
Babe, I got, I got bills. I got a kid. I got my account, work. So it's just like, I'm trying to, and I'm trying to live life and, explore and travel and all those things, so I ain't got time to waste. And, if I do, I got Monopoly, I got YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, I got things to waste my time, and definitely my heart ain't one of them.
Yeah. Okay, I like that at the end. Okay, what about you?
Oh, for sure. I just feel like as you grow older, that things change.
Oh, okay.
Your perception changes as you go through life, because you go through situations that make you change your perception. And it's stuff that you never knew you went through. So when you go through those things and you like from relationship to relationship, I was with my daughter's dad for 12 years.
That's good.
Learned a lot, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of stuff that I don't want. But I got with somebody else. I was with that guy for 7 years and learned a lot of other stuff I don't want, you know what I mean? It definitely, you change. Time changes things. As you get older, you get knowledge. So you kind of learn yourself too, because you know what you did wrong too, because it's a two-way street. It's definitely a two-way street.
Also,
Ain't nobody perfect.
You're okay with taking accountability.
You have to.
No,
If you
you're
can't-
right.
You have to.
That's
If you can't
gross.
take accountability, we ain't got
Yes.
nothing to talk about. Because if you can't even admit what you do, you know what I mean? Then what is there to, we can't
Okay,
even be
so
real.
if you would have, I don't want to. No, that's a hypothetical. I don't want to. That's not. Never mind. Go ahead. So what about you?
Can you please repeat the question?
Well, do you think that your ideal man that you would want now might change by the time you're, 40, when you're around their age? That's a 17-year gap from you now to then. So do you think what you might want now in a guy will change by the time you get to 40?
Yeah, for sure, of course. So when you deal with certain people, like Monica was saying, you do learn a lot. So it's just like, if you're talking to someone and they, make you feel hurt, or you just experience a lot. So you're like, okay, I don't want to go back to that. So it might change. It might not. Who knows?
It might change, it might not. Okay, that's
It
a good
just
answer, I
depends.
It's
guess.
definite. Yes. I feel like when she gets to 40, she's going to have a different
Yeah,
perspective.
because
find
what
her
if
forever,
what I
ever
want now?
after.
It's just
So,
everything
you know.
changes. Nothing
Ah, but
stays the
what's
same.
to say that she can't find someone now and it'll
Yeah, that's why I
last?
said that might be her forever ever
Exactly.
after.
Yeah,
But you
absolutely.
always
However,
learning.
it's
People
just
change.
right now.
Yeah,
I
in the
don't-
relationship.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's just-
does.
Yeah, everybody does.
Okay, but you keep saying right now. What is it that you're looking for right now?
Right now, I'm pretty much focused on myself.
Okay.
Like, I have a lot of goals, ambitions
Sure.
that I want to achieve. If someone's going to support me and, be there for me, then yeah, maybe. But right now in this generation, unfortunately, it's all lust. You think you have options because of social media, but in reality, when you lose that person, you're just like, okay, maybe I don't. So
actually, that kind of takes me into my question. How do you think social media has influenced modern relationships?
it's crazy. There's dating apps. You see people on Tinder, Hinge, a lot of apps, or social media. Girls nowadays and men. There's nothing wrong with showing your physique online, but you're like, oh my God, this person's so attractive, and you're just attracted to them. But what if you get to know them and it's just disgusting?
Well, okay.
I would say to go with that a little bit, I would say most men will be attracted to the woman's body,
Looks.
and
For
women will be the opposite. They'll say, "Oh, you look really good, but your personality sucks, so I'm not even gonna talk to you."
Yeah, for sure.
So what you're saying there is mainly on the women's side, where your physique looks good, but I'm not even gonna think twice because you're an asshole. And I don't want to deal with that. A lot of girls don't want to deal with assholes. Men, we will overlook all that extra stuff just so we can have sex with you.
No.
because men
Okay.
think with their dick.
Well, hold on. Okay. Yes, I
think
can
that Social
agree.
media has kind of made it where you can hide, where people can.
That's right.
Because honestly, and I feel like why, back off to your question, and things have changed, and my perception has changed, is because I came to the realization is that people can hide. You think you can know somebody, and I've known people for a long time, and you can still not know people. Even myself, I've grown, and being single, I've had time to just sit with myself and learn myself and realize who I am, what I like, what I don't like, and I think social media is really a hide, because you don't know who that person is. You don't know, like you said, if they're a good person or this and that. But nowadays that don't even matter, because people could just put on, whatever to just post. But I mean, I don't know how many couples or married couples I've seen, and you see them all out, with the family and this and that. And I know behind closed doors, behind them pictures, they ain't slept together and I don't know how long, the kids is driving them crazy. So it's just I feel like social media has just given people that way to just hide yourself. Here you go. Just be whoever you want to be.
Well, okay. Yeah, no, for sure. And this is where I go off of social media being a tool to consume people's attention, right?
Yeah.
So again, how do you approach social media? Is it with what is it that you consume? Because there's two different ways on how you can see social media, whether you look at a post and it motivates you and inspires you, or you're envious, right? And so it's a fine line you walk to say, okay, I won't let social media affect me this way or change my perception of certain people. Look, with me, social media, to me, I don't take Instagram serious. I really don't. I post a lot of stupid shit. I do. But people, I've gotten the reaction where like, you look like you're stuck up, like you're, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But they meet me in person. It's like, yo, I didn't expect that.
So why do you do that though? Why do you post?
Because I like to have that, like, I like to change your mind once we actually meet. Yep. You think I'm a dick? Mm-hmm. I'm actually the most like down to earth, sweet, that kind of shit. I would treat you like a woman, like a lady. I'm a gentleman. Mm-hmm. That's who I am. And so, again, it's based on the perception you have, right? And what is it that you're when you look at somebody and when you're trying to learn about them, essentially what you're doing is just collecting data, information. Once you collect the data, now you know everything about them, so you can feel confidently to say this is the kind of person they are. Does that make sense? And so, again, whatever you put out on social media, that's the perception you're giving out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so people will think, okay, she's too high maintenance, or she goes out all the time, and that's the kind of person she is. Mm-hmm. Okay, what kind of perception do you want to give out?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so, how do I feel like it's influenced modern relationships? I feel like it's we have to adapt, but there's no going away from it. You know what I mean? And that's where the world is moving. If you want to, of course, sure. But I would say social media has definitely been the biggest dating app, especially Instagram. Instagram is the biggest one. Now Hinge, Tinder, all that bullshit is trash. Right?
Hinge is probably
Hinge is actually like a little bit more on the serious side.
It's one of the best dating apps.
It is.
I don't even know what that is.
It is.
They say, I was watching a video and this lady said Hinge is the only app probably where they want you to delete the app once you're done with it.
Well,
because they want to help you partner up with
yeah.
somebody that you actually want to be with. So the whole point is
that's supposed to help the person.
Well, hold on,
because that's a little bit different.
No, the
I'm
whole
saying you find your person, then you delete the app so that you got what you wanted from it. That's
the whole
point,
concept, right? Whenever you match with somebody on any app, right? The whole concept is for you to get that person, especially as a man, you're supposed to get her off the app and go straight into Instagram or go straight to the number, whatever the case is. Now, how you can be different is not necessarily texting them right away. You can call them right away. You know what I'm saying? Be different, okay? And here's the thing. With Hinge, do you know the stats behind it? As far as 2024, 64% was men and 46% was women. Now, do you know how many guys actually swipe or like, I guess you can say, on Hinge as to opposed to women? 30%. And women is only 7%.
So they're denying every single
They're denying every guy.
Deny.
Yeah.
Deny.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where it brought in a negative thing, because before the internet and all that other stuff, you had to see somebody.
You're at the time.
You had to see
your
their
options were the guys you knew. Now your mind thinks your options are all these guys on that app.
Right.
They're really not your even options, like you were saying before. There's too many options.
And then the filters,
but those aren't
like,
real.
you know what I mean? There's filters. There's all
but that's
this
a woman's validation.
It is.
Because back then, 100%. Because back then,
psychologically,
yes. Because back
y'all
then,
like that. It's a hit
I
of
don't
dopamine.
agree.
Before social media, women would go out to bars, lounges, and they'd get their validation by getting hit on in person. Now women, before they go out, they'll look at Instagram, they'll look at Hinge, whatever, and they'll get their validation there because they already know that there's guys looking for them.
Damn, girl, you look
good.
good.
And now when they go and step out, they don't give the time of day for nobody.
I look in the mirror and I be like, because before I leave the house, the reason why I post on Snapchat, because I knew I looked good.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes.
We feel confident,
saying,
we like how we look, and then men all of a sudden be like, "Oh, she posted this." Like, no, because we feel good, we look good.
I'm not
to
saying.
bless you with this present.
Again, that sounds that of course personal experience. I could see that, but there was a study that says that a lot of women will get their validation through dating apps or Instagram. They do a study, on every little thing that you want to know about when it comes to dating, modern day dating. Look up the stats, look up the studies, right? And this is the reason why, yes, social media has messed up, modern day dating, of course, because now you're having to compete. Yep. You compete on an app. Guys are competing all the time. Now, a person, and in real life, a person or a guy who is truly confident within himself, high self-esteem, all that, secure, all that, like he doesn't get fazed by any of that. You know what I'm saying? And so... Yeah, 100%. Like personally, me, that's how I am. To me, it's a numbers game in the sense that I'm single. I don't have nobody to commit to.
You gotta keep shooting them shots.
100%. You guys ever heard of the law of averages? Law of averages. So the law of averages is how often you do something to get one thing in return. So it could be you, hypothetically, this is not what I do, but you could send out 10 DMs, and after those 10 DMs, you will get one reply and one girl who's interested, right? For anyone, the law averages can be 20 DMs to one answer, 30 DMs to one answer, right? And the true magic and the concept behind that is applying pre-indoctrination, which is teaching someone and showing them the transformation after the fact of what they're actually looking for. So it's like you're teaching them something within themselves without you having to sell yourself. Does that make sense? So it's like you don't have to put out like, oh, I'm a protector, I'm a provider. Fuck all that. Like, just feel it for me. See it. Experience it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
what
words.
aisle is that on Amazon?
You can't find that. You can't find that.
Apparently,
It's hard to
will
find.
tell
Yeah,
you
it's hard to find.
anything.
Where are they
It's
at?
hard to
You know
find.
what you're saying.
Where they at?
That
It's
kind
just
of.
a well-aligned man. That's
Bring
what
them
it
from
is.
California. That's the problem. Y'all are in California.
No, it's not even that. See, that's what I was gonna say is that those men are harder to find nowadays. So that's where look, we talked about
her
before.
point.
We're not gonna really.
That's why we ain't looking.
You know, we ain't really going on women a lot. A lot of it has to come back on the men because if there was a lot more masculine men out here, those women would gravitate to those masculine men. Did y'all know that in America, there's I believe about 80% of women wanted a man over 6 foot tall. 80% of the women in America want a man over 6 foot tall. You know how many men in America are over 6 foot tall?
That's my problem.
Only 17% of men in America are over 6 foot tall.
Yep.
So all 80% of all y'all women in America would love to have a man over 6 foot tall, but there's only 17% of men in America that are over that. So that means 80% of women are looking towards only 16% of men, or 17% of men. Sorry. That means that you're all trying to go after the same
That means
guy.
that your chances have slimmed down.
Slimmed way down. So you being the only woman in his life
that's
is
also
very slim
different.
pickings because he's probably going to have a lot more women than you would even want. And why is that? Because he actually has the options. Men are only as loyal as their options. So if he has about 10 different women, he's probably going to exercise those options.
What is it?
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit. Hey, I've actually been pouring like half ones for y'all. I have not even been pouring like
Y'all want
I'll just take a tad.
a little tad.
I'm-
Yeah, let me
I'm-
get a little
I'm-
tad.
Ain't no
Actually, I should probably do it, bro. You be
Ain't no
pouring big old shots, bro.
Ain't gonna be no punk big
Little something. I'll be pouring a little something in there, not a lot.
And this you talking about like one. So
Don't-
I
don't
think
give me no big
maybe,
shot.
No, it'd be. Oh yeah,
I think the
I'm
survey
shaking.
may be off of like they don't understand. Because for me, like when I see a
don't
6
drop it.
foot, for me that's just attraction. That's just
Exactly,
hey,
but that's what
smash.
you're attracted to.
Smash or pass. That's just smash.
You're attracted
now,
to
when
that,
we
though.
talk about foundation and relationship, that's something different.
No,
now,
but
I
you're
may
still
smash
you're
you
still
6 foot,
attracted
but
to
I
both
may
of them.
end up with 5 foot.
But you're attracted to both of them as my.
Yes.
But see, but that's
I mean,
that's my thing
like
though.
you said, the percentage, the 16%, I might not end up with one.
Yeah,
but
you
smash,
probably won't.
definitely, might, if one come my way.
No, that's
Hey,
cool
see,
and all.
okay, the way you say that is the same way we see women with big boobs and big butts.
See, that's what I'm saying.
We all are that where it's like y'all
Yes,
just
y'all
look
do it
good
the
for us
same
to
way.
smash, but would
Yeah.
we take you serious? Probably not, because personality
yeah, ain't
sucks,
nothing wrong with
and
that.
there's something I don't like about your nails and the way you live. I probably don't like it, so it's cool just to smash me, to smash
I'm about to
you,
give you
and
a
I'll move on to
compliment.
another girl or what? No, I didn't say you, but I'm just saying in general. Yeah, I can't meet talking about y'all's nails if mine don't look good as well. But
Come on
so
now.
it goes both ways. There's a lot of time where we will pass the women that have nice bodies because their personality or the way they don't have that wife mentality inside of them, and they'd be like, well, I'll be ready to be a wife when the right man comes along. Well, the right man's never going to come along because you're not wife material.
What's wife
What is
material?
wife material to you? Like, what does that mean?
A good mother to my kids.
Okay, and what's a good mother?
Someone who will protect us spiritually, our emotions, nurture. I'm not asking for much.
Not out here going out to the club every weekend.
You could
trying
try to.
hang
You
out
could
with
try to.
girls.
So y'all said y'all wouldn't take a girl with like big boobs or big butt serious.
No, I didn't say that. I said we
The
would
fuck?
smash, like she said
We
with the
was talking
6
about
foot
smash
thing.
and pass.
She said with the 6 foot thing, I would for sure smash him. I'm attracted to that. We're attracted to big boobs and big butts. But is that something we would want to take serious and say, hey, that's the girl I want as my wife? No, that just looks good. But if her personality's trash and she's not out here trying to be a wife, I wouldn't want her by my side. Why would I want that by my side? That's just eye candy. I don't want eye candy as my wife. I want a wife that's going to be here for support, stability, actually be there, help me raise the kids, whatever else it is that comes along with it. That's what we're looking for as our wife. The same way you're just like, oh yeah, you look good, but really I might be with 5'4" because he actually treats me better than you're ever going to treat me, because I know you got way more options. 5'4", he's going to be modest with me. Right?
So with that, you're single, right?
No, I'm actually not single now.
Okay, so when you were, did you tell, like, so we talk about the smash and pass. When you was out there smashing and passing, do you let them know?
I would let them know up
You're
front
just
as soon
a
as we.
smash.
No, I would say more modest than that. I'm like, I'm trying to have a good time.
Yeah, straight
That
up.
lets you know off
Straight
the
up.
bat what my intentions
But what if
are.
your good time ain't?
Can you
Does
please
she?
clarify? Maybe a good time to me is going.
So I would clarify.
Hell no.
I would,
Six Flags.
I would clarify that on the first. I would be like,
Yeah,
so are you
whip
looking
the dick
for a
out.
relationship?
Yeah.
You're not looking for a relationship? And then she would talk about it. And usually she's playing off of your vibe. If you seem like a really good guy, she's going to be like, oh, I'm not really looking for some hookup. I want to be something serious. But if she can tell you're really not looking for that, but she's attracted to you, she's going to be like, you know what, I'm not really looking for nothing serious. I kind of want to just have some fun, whatever it is, because you already know your intentions are, yeah, you know what, he does look really good. I'm down to fuck him, whatever it is. But if you see he's 6 foot, you're attracted to him, and he sounds like he's a really good guy, you're like, all right, I'm locked in now. I'm gonna take this guy a little bit more serious than I would with any of these other options, because he's more more fit for the things that I thought I could obtain. And now he's coming with the whole package. He makes good money. He looks good, takes care of himself. He's over 6 foot tall. He got a good physique. He seems like he can treat me really well. He's opening the door for me. All the little things count up to you even wanting to sleep with the guy on the first night. Y'all know as soon as y'all meet a guy if you're down to sleep with him or not. Like you just said right there, if he's 6 foot, you're already like, okay, he got my attention. Let me see how he talks, the way he walks. All right, cool. You know what? The way he is talking, I might smash him the first night. It just depends. If he sets the vibe good on the first date, et cetera, et cetera. It all just depends.
It drops down. No. It drops down. Hold on. It drops down based on how attracted you are, which she mentioned, right? The attraction phase is everything. And there's two ways on how a woman is attracted. I say it all the time. It's experience and how well respected the man is by his peers, how well respected he carries himself. Like, hey, you know, he respects himself, that type of deal. So you're attracted in two ways. And so the first night, like he mentioned, you already know whether you're going to sleep with homeboy or not, because it's already been built up to the point where you accepted the date, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, I'm digging this guy. I may sleep with him tonight. Now, this is where the tables can turn. If the man is well connected, well aligned, and homegirl is ready to take him home, they come back upstairs, whatever, come to my place. Have a good night. Have a good night. I will see you next week. We'll set up another date. And he'll walk away.
You're going to be like, damn it.
Why didn't he sleep with me? Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now that's attraction in the sense because he's different. He's not like every other guy who's going to go upstairs and say, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Or he playing games.
Hold on. It is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But they make you think like,
but there ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
you know,
they
because
know, like
women,
he said, if a woman say, "Oh, I want a relationship," and he looking just to smash, the likelihood of her smashing you is not.
Women are not. Hold on, yeah.
Because she's very attracted.
Look, here's the problem. Women are not used to being.
Hypothetical.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Because I'm not smashing nobody on no first date.
Man,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you fucking are if you're attracted to somebody. Hold up. Let me make a point.
You gonna consider
I'm
it.
not
let me
doing it. I'm telling you.
All right.
Let me make a point. Women are not used to getting rejected. Women are not used to getting challenged. Women are used to walking all over guys. There's some dudes out there who we call quote unquote simps. These guys are straight like bitches. Like there's no fair exchange in value whatsoever, and they will still do everything for the woman. Where's the exchange? It's transactional at the beginning. Can you not agree?
No.
So if I'm, of course, if I'm investing my time and energy in somebody,
So am I though. If I'm there, we
can't get our time back either.
in.
but you know what I'm
know
getting
what
in
I mean?
return? I'm getting your conversation. I'm getting to know you. You're opening up with me.
Yes. What
Both
a
ways.
blessing.
But you know how many times like there's girls who go out for a free meal.
No, I know.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. I'm
So,
just not
hey,
her. That ain't
straight
me.
up.
Maybe I should
Free
stop
meal, free
using
drinks.
that and
Yeah, for
pick
sure.
apart
100%.
women who
And y'all talk about the
I ain't
physique.
never
It's
had a man
girls
just
that
want
just
to
want
take
a
me
big
out
dick.
for a
Yeah.
meal. I
You got a
will.
big
Yeah.
dick. It's going down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I feel that. I feel
You
that.
can be
Cool.
5'4",
I
but
hear it.
if
I hear
that
it.
thing thick
Yeah.
and long, she gonna get with it. I'm just not her.
So
I don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
finna
yeah, I
fuck
feel
you
that.
on the first
Yeah.
date, bro. That's
Oh,
not
my God.
happening.
No, that's-
because
that-
9 times out of 10, that's not who they really are. But the first date, they want you to like them. They want to show you. They want you.
But again,
they do this facade.
Yes and no, because again, to her question about what I do on the first date, I would let you know on the first date what my intentions
Yeah.
are. So it's not even for you to like me or not, but I already know if once I get you on the first date, you're gonna like me, and it has nothing to do with me being fake. It's just like he alluded to it. When you're so
In tune
in
with yourself.
tune with yourself.
Yes.
Thank
But
you
I
for
mean,
that. When you're
that's
so in
your-
tune with
you
yourself,
want-
you
you know
know
what
how
you need.
you know what
So
you
yes,
bring to the
woman
table and
who
who
gonna
you
want
are and
that
etc.
is yes,
I feel
go
like
for it.
I bring the table. You know what I mean? But
Oh.
I don't feel like
Wait, hold on,
everybody's
hold on.
gonna.
What do
do
you
you-
mean?
what do you
What
bring
does
to
that
the-
mean?
I'm
No.
saying like because I'm not
What table you bring?
me this table like this. You know what I mean? Like I don't need nobody to pay my bills. I pay my bills on my own. I'm
Yeah.
a single
Feminism.
mother. I
No,
take
she
care of my
needs
daughter.
somebody.
There's
She
no
needs
child
somebody to
support.
pay her bills. Yes, Jesus.
I'm
Feminism.
saying, do
She
I
can do
want,
it on her own,
like,
but she do
You
it.
want
I
it.
grew up in a household
You-
with
you-
both of my
praying that for
parents.
her.
My parents.
Okay.
But you
Where
want
I
somebody.
was brought up-
hard.
You
She
want
needs
somebody to
be
take
there
care
for
of you.
her.
I want somebody to live life with, and you know what I mean. Be happy. That
So
to
to-
take,
no,
take
hold up,
care
man.
of me.
To take care of
no.
you.
We gotta look out for each other. Necessarily take care of me. No.
So
'cause
okay,
all that starts from yourself.
Where
you
did
have to
we?
do that for you
okay,
first.
but where did we shift? Right, because the old traditional way was the man works, provides, all that deal, right? Takes care of the family, makes
When
sure the
did that
kids.
stop though? Let's
So okay. To your
Let's-
point,
Exactly.
to your point. I don't blame women for starting. They didn't start feminism. You know who started feminism? Men, because there is a lot less masculine men in the world, right? And there's multiple reasons for it. It's this. Right?
Yeah,
It's social
for
media.
sure.
You
Yes.
open up social media, open up Instagram, it's basically corn.
Yeah,
It's
it
basically
makes
corn
people
now.
feel like
right?
everybody's
YouTube
replaceable.
censorship. Anyway, so
everybody ain't replaceable.
100%. So
For sure, no,
No.
not everybody is.
No, you can go
irreplaceable.
get another person, but to say that person gonna be like me, you lying.
everyone,
the
real
only-
quick,
Some people
I've
just
heard
make you
what you
feel
just- everyone is
certain way,
replaceable.
they're
What you
good,
just said
they're
there,
genuine.
No,
Some
you
people
can't
are
just
not.
pick a pocket. There's billions of people on the earth.
For women, that might be true. For men, though, I would say it's not true because I promise you, I'm pretty sure the same thing for him. I've had 4 different women tell me that. And every single time I left them because I knew I could do better. And every single time I left, I did better.
There's always somebody.
Yeah.
So
better,
exactly.
though.
So
But
they-
some
could
people,
think she
no,
was
not
top,
that.
but she
Not
ain't
everybody.
me,
Go find
though.
nobody
I'm
better than me.
I'm
I found better than you
saying
every single time.
Nobody's perfect. Everybody got, you know
Well,
what I mean. But
right.
I do know what
Nobody
I
made me.
bring.
I did. I
Hey,
felt
shout out
better
to Lowe's.
every single
But
time.
Maybe, but that's probably what you needed in that season. So I feel like for me, even though I had trash people in the like every season, you know what I'm saying, I learned, like she said, I learned something new about myself and about them. And what I gave. And, you know, I felt like, you know, maybe I was just a hospital at times. Like, I was just like, bringing them in. Clear. bring it back to life. Okay, here we go. The next, I fix them up. Ready for auction. Here you go.
Who was this guy?
Baby, I just want to say, hey,
Exactly.
women out there, please, Mother's Day, I think I definitely, anniversaries, I should definitely get a gift. I made a lot of husbands out there. Okay. Hey, you welcome.
I gave you a good
You
one.
welcome. I used to call myself the get right girl. It's just, I promise you, hey,
For
we
real.
can go back, check the
She
resume.
said I did it for you.
I made
Yeah.
somebody else better for the next woman.
Right.
And you know, honestly,
For sure.
I can say that, and I take ownership because a lot of things I was that Captain Saver. And you
Yep.
know, I just had that conversation with my friend, and I told, you know, my ex, I was like, you know what? I didn't even allow you, you know what I'm saying, the man to be a man to fail because I kind of already had it in my mind. You ain't got no plan. You ain't got no. So because I came kind of from a single parent home, you know, after my parents divorced, my mom worked 2 jobs, so I seen a lot of women in my family. You don't ask questions. You know, if stuff needs to get done, they do it. They was, you know, fixing houses. They was, you know, fixing garages. My mom was outside mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
We wasn't asking them what,
Right,
baby, because we ask and we ain't got time for you to say no, I ain't got it, or wait till tomorrow to okay. Don't worry about it. I got it. These kids need this. That's what I came from. So that's what I seen. So when I got in those situations, I wasn't like, oh, okay, let me wait and see, you know, are you going to get it together? Are you going to pay these bills? I was like, nah, I got a kid to take care of. You know what I'm saying? So I got, you know, we got to pay bills. We got to do this.
I like
so
how
I got
you
to do
say that.
it.
Real quick, we'll get into chat, but I want to allude to something that both of y'all
right
said real quick. I feel as if once you get to that point, women don't want to be in survival mode. And when a man's not around, you are in survival mode. Whether you have a kid or
Sometimes
not,
when a
you
man
are
is around.
Exactly. And that's even worse.
Yeah.
But
Thank
y'all
you.
are in survival
Yes.
mode. And y'all don't want to be in survival mode.
We
So
don't.
like he was alluding to, you would like a man to come in and take care of you so
She
that
not
you can
gonna say
get
it like
so
that.
you
You have
can
to
get
quote it
out
differently. The
so
type
you
of
can
person
get
she
out
is,
of
she's not gonna
survival
say
mode.
someone to
Because
provide
as
for
soon
you.
as you get out of
She
survival
needs it,
mode,
yes,
you're
definitely.
chilling. So let's just give it an example. I'll give you a scenario. If you're this is just throwing out numbers. If you're making $50K and you meet a guy that's making $150, he can come in and help provide for you, and now your mindset is out of survival mode. I need to do this and do this to survive. Now you're like, I can just go to work, come back home, take care of the kids, make the food. I don't gotta worry about making the ends meet because baby daddy or my husband, my man, is gonna take care of a lot of that. He gonna take a lot of the stress off me. Now I can actually be out of survival mode, be more in my feminine. Now I can be more of what I want to be and not being like, hey, you gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. That's what he's alluding to by you would like a man to come in and provide.
I want
and do
somebody
all
that's
that
just
for
like
you.
she said, gonna add value.
That's adding
Because
value to your life.
I am provide. Yeah,
That scenario I just gave you is adding a lot of value.
I tell you, she not gonna say.
'cause
I mean, because when
I
you're so
don't-
strong,
Bro,
and when
I've
you've
been
done it
having
so
my
It's the
own
pride.
you're
place
not
since
gonna
I was
say. You know what I'm
16.
saying?
It's the
I mean, and then it's
I had
hard
my
to
own
give somebody
apartment
that power.
paying bills
You know what
since
I'm
I
saying?
was
To let you down.
16.
Yeah.
16 years old. I've been.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're 25 years into that mindset of survive, 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 survive. It's going to be hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I have
it's even heightened on the next
somebody
level.
else
Yeah, on the
that
next
I have
level.
to take care of, and you know what I mean? Like, and I'm raising a daughter,
Yeah,
so I have
I
to teach her how to maneuver in the world as a woman.
See,
Wow.
but
we
now
so
you're going to teach her the
What we
survival
defending?
mode. Because you're not giving her the man and the father right now. So all she's seeing is mom is doing everything. So all she can think of is survival mode since she's 10 years old to up in 20 and moving forward is all she's thinking is survival. So she could potentially be another feminist because all she knows is I gotta survive. I don't need a man because all I was taught was you gotta do it on your own, baby
But
girl.
that's a point of view, though. Like, you're like, survival.
That's
I'm
true.
living my
That's-
life, baby. I
that-
ain't out here. I ain't tripping about it. You know what I
But
mean?
no,
Like,
okay,
Okay,
you
but
don't wanna be in that.
That's
you're-
the
but
current.
what's, like,
hold on.
I'm not.
That's the
hurt,
current
'cause I
mindset
ain't
you're
got
saying.
nobody,
I'm not
you know
saying
what
you're
I mean?
hurt,
Like,
but it's just the reality of it. That's not what you really want, though.
I think the ideal.
why?
Oh no,
because
you
I
don't.
feel like
You
y'all
don't.
are taking a facade of like this is what it's supposed to be too, and making it like, well, you feel like that because you feel like, but I don't feel like it has to be like that.
Okay, let me ask you this: would you much rather would you prefer to be 65, 70 single, or would you rather be with somebody who, again, has taken care of you?
If it was genuine, of course I want somebody. I would like a partner. You know
Okay.
what I mean? If
Yeah.
it's genuine and
That's all he's saying.
we're taking
That's
care
all
of
I'm
each other.
saying.
Survival
That's literally all I'm
mode
saying.
is-
I just feel as if you think I'm attacking
It's
you.
the
I'm really not
word.
attacking.
It's the word.
What, provide
It's the
or
word. No,
survival?
the survival. Yeah,
That's
like,
true though.
I think it's the
I feel like
if you're living
life, you're just living your life.
Yeah, I feel like we both were made here. That's why there's woman and man. I feel like there's the reason why there's only two, you know what I'm saying?
Two
Woman and
genders.
man.
Yeah.
Two
So no
genders.
matter how you change it or, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to be, it's only two of us. So I feel like, of course, yes, we were brought here to survive and to gather together. But yes, survival mode has made us realize that if you don't have that, you can do it on your own, regardless if that's a man or a woman. And I'm sure you being single, when you're single, you pay your own bills. So you know what I'm saying? You know you could do it by yourself. So you don't want to waste your time on a woman coming and like, baby, I already, so that's me. It's like, I know what Jessica do for Jessica. Baby, what can you do for Jessica?
Oh,
Because Jessica's already paying Jessica's bills, taking
For
care of
sure.
her kid and all that. So
100%.
yeah, baby, what can you do on top of that? Because if you can't do nothing more, stay where you at and I stay where I at. And like you said, if I'm ever, I need an itch for a good time, baby, I got your number. I'll holler at you.
Hey, they will do
if
that
not,
too.
I got a drawer.
Look, hey, hold on. Okay.
All right, everybody gets addressed in the chat. I'm gonna scroll to the top.
This dude said alcohol.
Everybody going in the chat right now.
What did
It's
they
cool.
say?
All right.
Yeah, let's go up a little
Okay, here we go. At the beginning, boom. Okay, first question for Ariel. Right here, top
bit.
one.
Lone Wolf.
To the lone wolf, would you agree that girls nowadays are expecting all men to simp? I feel like that's kind of the idea and the agenda is being pushed. I feel like, men fail to realize the consequence behind inaction rather than going through with what they need to do or they say they're going to do. And so going back to that term simp, I feel like people or guys generally are after something and they make it too obvious where they don't allow the other person to enroll into their idea. And so rather than trying to convince and force something, they don't allow it to flow. And that's a problem, right? Because there's a difference between someone who's always chasing rather than you attracting. And you attracting carries a lot of qualities in a man to say, this is a man I am, right? My values are here. I am a well-aligned person. I'm confident. I'm secure. I can walk away from anything. Ain't nothing going to hurt me. Why? Because my values are that strong, right? So men fail to realize that. And that's why women, it's not their fault. Again, I'm not putting it on women. I'm putting it actually on men for adapting that mentality to say, this attractive woman, beautiful woman, I'm going to do everything for her, even though I'm not getting the same energy in return.
Hell no.
You see what I'm saying? Whereas I can treat a woman who is beautiful, right? But I know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to fall into a trap of being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my values. If I don't feel that energy, great knowing you.
See you
There's 3.425 billion women in the ages between 21 to 45 in the world. Why should I stick with you?
Ooh, that's a good. Hey, boom.
Vice
Period.
versa. Why
What y'all
should a
say?
woman
Clock
stick
it. That's
with
what y'all
Well,
say.
the question
Clock
was
it.
the simp,
Oh,
right? Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry,
so
Kat.
low
Sorry.
says,
You get all defensive now, shit.
Okay, my
Low
bad.
says,
I apologize.
I'll bring another man to the table. That's what Low said.
Okay.
Yeah, Low. That
So-
you gonna stay single with that.
Julian said, "Oh, for sure, and I will keep bring another man to the table after another until it's too late for them. By the time they find the right one, the mileage is past 200K." God damn. You're hardcore best.
Vice versa with men. Though.
Golden Rex said,
Hey, but y'all like that.
Like
Y'all
what?
like a man
Like
with
what?
high knowledge.
Let's get into.
You say you
No.
like what?
Hold on,
Yeah.
real quick. We'll finish these. We'll get into. I remember. I'll remember it.
Right here.
"Yo,
Yeah,
that's-
I am sweating in this a little bit, bro. But Ariel's also sweating in his too. Bro.
I
Wait,
mean, it's
what?
hot.
It's hot. It is hot.
But it's cool.
It's okay.
Yo.
True classic. You look hot.
Hey, I'm 25K in debt, get paid $10 a year, have an alcohol addiction. Who want me? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's somebody out there, bro.
Hey, somebody go. What?
Yeah.
You just gotta put up that good facade.
It's not survival mode. It's raising a strong, independent young woman. That sounds like feminism. Okay.
Feminism, right there. You can raise a strong woman without having to think.
Yeah.
So, me. I gotta do it all on my own. You can. I think you can really raise a really good woman that way if fathers are there to actually be there for their daughters and whatnot. But
Julie,
but even
yeah.
still, you just have to. Even though my daughter's that, I still tell her at the end of the day, like, you are all you got and I'm all you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you could depend on people, but life has shown, we come and go.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? And I show her different things to, yes, you have me, but if I'm never here, if, you know what I'm saying, you can depend on you. And I think that's like important to us teaching our kids that, yes, you have mom and dad. And yes, that is important to have a partner in life or whatever. But at the end of the day, if your partner is gone or they can't be there for you, and you're not able
Gotta
to
stand on your
or
own
you know what
too.
I'm saying, like that's after a breakup you be like, oh my god, my life is just TikTok, how everybody just crashed, like my life is ended.
Right.
Me, like
And it
River
ain't
still
that.
do on the first, you know what I'm
Right,
saying, I
period.
still had to pay my daughter's choir fees, you know what I'm saying, the kids were out of
Life
school,
still
I still had to
gonna
buy
keep on
groceries,
moving.
like that's cool, TikTok is gone, that didn't do nothing, it didn't pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't, what I mean? So I think that, definitely, that changes the perspective of, what I'm saying? The
It is
Hey,
perspective.
Julian,
It's
he said,
perspective.
"Nah, have her butt naked in the jungle. See if she say survival mode with that same tone."
That's good.
But why?
I love going outside. I like to
Let's,
camp, baby.
all
Put
right.
me
Hey,
outside.
somebody else
Oh, yeah.
said, "Let's make masculinity
Put
great
me
again."
outside.
Yes, sir.
And Lowe says, "You can't blame a woman for being a feminist. You can't relate to the struggles a woman goes through, especially as a single mother. I mean,
I
you
agree.
can as a single father.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let's-
though, to an
No, I
extent.
mean,
To
it's-
a, but
You know what I'm saying?
if
You're a
I'm a
man, you're a
mother and I
woman,
have
so
a
the
son,
different-
that's a little different though.
Okay,
And, but I'm a mother with a daughter. You know what I mean? And she's growing up in a world.
Well,
so
look-
I'm 41. Like I said,
So you have a daughter, you said?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
so
was,
that's good.
you know what I mean? I grew up when there was no cell phone, when there was no internet, and I've seen the change, the
Yeah.
shift. So that changed me because I did have that perception because I was young. I was like, oh, you're supposed to have the house. You're supposed to have the husband. You're supposed, because, I was engaged to her dad. We were supposed to be married. That's what I wanted, my daughter to have a family. I didn't want her to grow up like her dad's not present. So it's me and her, you know what I mean? I didn't want that for her. I didn't have that. And I know I had my dad, and that's important for girls. They need to know that side of it, and that's something I can't teach her because I'm not a man.
The same way.
That view I do not have.
The same way if a mother has a son, he needs his
Correct.
dad. He needs his dad
Exactly.
because
or
he
a man
needs to
figure. So
For sure.
because
I
he
think,
needs to
yeah,
learn
we put that,
how a
yeah.
man needs to do things, not just how a woman needs to do things.
Right, and I don't feel like you're like it's feminist. I feel like it's just being a human. You gotta live your life. You gotta be out here, and you have to survive. Like what else is there? But like I said, I don't choose to view it like that. I just I'm living my life. Bills gotta, like she said, the bills gotta be paid. The baby gotta be fed. She need new shoes, all that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna make that happen. Period.
Okay. Cool. Let's pivot a little bit. All right. We got a little out of hand here, but it's cool. I like it. You haven't talked much. So this
Oh, yeah,
question,
she's- yeah, I was about to say,
let's
she
start this
next.
question from here, go down, okay?
My bad.
What's the key to maintaining attraction in a long-term relationship?
You have to spice things up.
How so?
It could be like maybe this person's really introverted, and you just gotta take them out to experience new things. Like maybe you never gone skydiving before. Take that person skydiving.
So y'all can die out the
No,
plane?
I like adrenaline personally, so it just depends. Or
But if so, they died together.
yeah,
Romeo and Juliet. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like
how
you
do
need to
you keep attraction? It's like you try new things together. Trying new things could mean a lot of things. It depends on how you perceive that. Like, where does your mind go to when I say that?
straight to the bedroom.
Okay, that's
I'm
your
just playing.
personal
I'm just
preference.
playing.
But how? Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. So if you want to go straight to the bedroom, how could you spice things up? Because sometimes
That's
intercourse
easy.
can get boring if you don't switch
12
things up.
years
You
in.
can get
Does
bored.
it?
Be for real.
Okay,
12
that's a good example. So
I'm
how would
asking
you
you,
spice
12
it?
years in.
How would I spice it
Yeah,
up?
you
I
said,
can tell
like,
you
in
right
the
now, but I don't want to
bedroom.
give away all my secrets.
12 years in.
All
though?
your secrets.
12
Nah,
years,
talk
that's
about
a
it.
long
What
do you
time.
mean?
Keep your secrets.
I
All
feel
these
like
secrets
yeah,
out
well,
there. They
what do
need
you
some
mean by
secrets.
that?
Nah, they don't need
Please.
those
12 years.
secrets.
Tell us
But that's
how
how
keeping that woman.
For
You know what I
instance,
mean?
there's
Like,
I forget
in
the
the
actual
bedroom.
wordage how you use it, the acronym for it, but it's like using the whips, the what is it, the ropes.
She
But
puts
12
she-
years.
she-
We did that
she
at
puts
8
on the
months.
strap
We
on.
whipping you.
Okay, 50 Shades of Grey.
You
But
said
a lot of
I'm
that-
talking
she
about
puts
12
a lot of
years
that
later.
stuff.
We
Puts on
did
the
all
strap
that
on.
in the first year. So what you?
No,
we talking
see,
about we at year 12
see, but
now.
that's again, it goes back to
Some anal
psychology.
beads.
You don't give away all your tricks in the first year. Why would you even do that as a man?
But
You
you are
gotta.
talking about in the bed. See, me,
No,
I feel
exactly.
like
No,
you
it
gotta
is in the
spice
bed,
it up
but you
before.
gotta-
Hold up. Baby,
No,
you gotta
no,
turn
no,
me
you
on
can-
before I even.
But you
do
don't-
that.
but you don't-
Exactly,
you
because
but you don't-
sometimes you're just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you
But you don't
touching
even-
on me? Like, I'm not.
Nah, you don't
You know?
need any of that. Like, oh, you guys are talking about how do you spice it up
He
in the
said
bed?
that.
Do you know that it actually
No.
He
starts?
said in the bedroom.
She said,
No, yeah.
What do you
But-
first
but-
Yeah,
think
where does
of
your
when
mind
you
go?
think of
Because to me,
100%.
shit, baby,
100%,
I'll go
but
on a
to-
different vacation right now. Let's
to-
go to another
Yeah,
country.
so
state.
exactly. So like
Yeah.
what kind of alluding to him, right? Like going straight to the bedroom. How do you spice things up, right? For you to continue to have that. It doesn't really happen in the bedroom. You know that, right?
Yeah,
it happens
for sure.
Yeah,
external.
it doesn't
So it
have to be in the
happens-
bedroom. It
Yeah.
goes
That was a
per.
joke,
It
guys.
depends on
And y'all ran with the
Look,
joke. Y'all took the bait and y'all kept running
Look,
with it.
I personally think it's really.
No, I'm with it once we get
No,
there.
yeah, when
Hey,
we
what's
get
up?
there, we
We
can
got
talk
with
about
you,
that.
though.
Yeah,
you ain't
I'm
whipping
just
me.
like
I'm
that.
whipping you.
I'm all
Yeah.
on that. Y'all know Grey's Anatomy? Yeah, watch that and then come back and talk to me because that's everything I'm on.
Okay.
Go watch that. Not Grey's Anatomy. What is it? 50 Shades of Grey. Sorry. 50 Shades
Okay.
of Grey. There you go.
Been there, done that.
Let him have it. You should let him have it.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard of Kama Sutra?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Kama Sutra is all about learning a woman's body, and women are all completely different. One thing a woman might like, another woman's not.
For sure.
So the way you got to please a woman is by knowing how to please all women. How do you do that? Knowing how to do all kinds of different shit. that
Not
other
really.
How do no, hold on.
You're not in a relationship.
Hold on.
Bruh.
So
Yo.
again, at the beginning, you don't want to give away all your tricks. You should be good enough to where you're pleasing her enough to not even go into the bag of tricks. The bag of tricks is for 12 years in, 15 years in, where you got to start spicing it up. When now it's getting too boring and
What,
played
man?
out.
What? No,
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I gotta wait to
That's
baby.
your
What
right.
I
Hold on, hold on.
years? What
Like
if
that.
you better
So
give
you
it out to
over
me now?
time.
You
No,
better,
heck no.
man.
Because again, it goes back to you're gonna get used to it, and men do get used to.
So then
y'all
when she
a
give you
lot.
head, she should only give you head not till you come, right? She should wait till 12 years.
What?
So what I'm
So
saying
that's
is,
the trick.
y'all
The
just
trick
took-
is
no,
always
man.
you.
So in 50 Shades of Grey, he didn't give her everything she wanted all at the same
Yeah.
time.
So I ain't gonna let you come.
Shout out to Julian, bro. Shout out to Julian.
Slow it down. Go ahead. What you're saying?
I said because that's how he was though.
Exactly, but he didn't give it to her all at the very beginning.
He didn't give it to anybody like that.
Exactly.
'Cause
That's
that's
what I'm
how
trying
he
to tell you.
was.
Exactly, but you can't just give these
But
girls
when
that.
he
They're gonna get too locked in.
Anastasia, you know what I'm saying?
Not
He got
everybody
with the
gets locked
program.
in.
You guys,
David.
but hold
No,
on, man. This
they
concept,
can.
this
Yes,
They
they
can, yeah, but I believe in soul ties. You know, you might just want a quick fuck.
y'all are
You get
did
attached
say
to
thinking,
them.
hey
you get
man,
attached
y'all
to them, but you don't
y'all are
necessarily
thinking
like, love
down. Y'all are
them.
thinking down here. Look, I've been
No,
hearing
well,
you
what
guys
do you
argue.
mean? Okay, proceed.
Like no,
sorry.
straight up, like there is so much deeper than what you guys are talking about, right? And we're
Okay.
talking external and internal, right? So
Okay.
external would be more of like kind of what he's alluding to, right? And then the internal is like, how do you make the person feel? Now, what he mentioned is you have to understand a woman. Sure, understand they're feminine, right? But you carry such a high level of masculine that attracts her. You know what I'm saying? With the experiences you give her on a day to day. The problem is that a lot of guys forget that at the beginning of a relationship or when they're dating, they're attracting, everything's great. Into the relationship, they change. Now they're complacent. So that attraction fades because you're no longer that same person. Why not continue to be the same person and continue to
Just the
attract?
chase.
The attraction never ends in a relationship. That's why relationships fail, because one falls out of attraction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
So a
Yeah.
man is sure the whole bedroom talk, all that shit, cool.
I was
but
just bouncing off of what he said.
100%. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Joke, and
I
y'all
don't
ran.
feel
I get it.
like
I get it.
that.
But
You
the
know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
Hey,
what I'm
was it
talking
really
about-
a joke?
Because she can be wet.
what I'm
and I
talking
still
about,
not
look,
smash.
yeah, no,
I
for
like somebody
sure.
that make me laugh. Like we
But-
can have
Yeah,
fun.
like, are you
It
funny?
don't necessarily
And
gotta
that's how
be
you make
sex.
it last. So yeah,
But if
going
we
to the
sit
movies
down,
or
yeah,
going on a
chilling
vacation.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
if you go on a first date
We
sometimes,
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I seen this Andrew Tate video and I fucking love it, bro. He's like, when your girl says, "Let's go movies," no movies. He's like, I'm locked in. I'm in the trenches. I'm getting rich. Stand by me, or be gone.
What he's alluded to as the not spicing it up, but he's saying it all depends on how you make the woman feel. Depending on how you make the woman feel is depending on what she's willing to do and everything else. If you make her feel good,
Yeah.
you make her laugh. You're always never really getting angry. Y'all can walk through things, talk through things. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm hot, bro. Hey, he even said it's hot. I'm surprised he ain't sweating like,
Nah,
nah,
bro.
bro.
Nelly on. It's
I'm
that
chill as a
tequila.
cucumber, dog.
That too.
Yeah, we ain't had like.
I honestly thought it was gonna be cold because last time It was freaking freezing.
Had a
And
girl
today,
suck it
so-
from the bag once. It was wild. I never experienced that.
How
I'm
you
trying to
do that?
experience
I
that.
feel like
I
I feel like that's a
Year
little
12,
bit
homie,
too
year
extra.
Like,
12.
because the way my knees is set up,
get
I
12
can't
years
do
old.
the
Hey,
knees.
Julie said,
Yeah.
"Me, I like it when they lick the gooch." The gooch. Hey, look. All right, look. Lower.
Is that true though? So since
Heck,
we're on
nah.
that, just I heard that goes wild. I never tried, but I heard that makes a guy go wild. Is that
Hell no, I don't know.
Why you gotta bring it to me?
Hey, no, straight up. Hey,
Open discussion.
I've heard that. Yeah, sure. Some guys like it. I personally don't.
It
Everybody
don't make you go
different.
wild.
Nah,
Yeah,
hell no.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
why you gotta learn
I'm
how
a
to
I'm
please
a dominant.
it
So
up.
I'm a
Yeah.
dominant person. Like I like to take control of the whole show. You
Hell yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
I don't even like you doing anything really.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean you could do a little.
And
something.
I'm in
A
the
little
sense like
something.
Yeah, I
do a
don't like
little
stuff like
something.
that because I don't know. I don't know what my mentality was, but I feel like I'm the best, and I feel like I don't like. Don't try to outdo me because what?
no. Hold
Are
up.
you trying to outdo me? Oh no,
You go get
I'm
outdid. You go get outdid.
definitely not. Definitely
You
not.
are gonna
Nah,
get
it's just
outdid.
Definitely not.
I feel
Definitely
like
not.
when you understand what her reaction is to certain positions and all that, I think it's intimate, right? And I'm the kind of person that's like, she's got to finish first before I do. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Come
deal.
on, come
Right,
on.
I'm saying? So
Outside,
100%.
make panties drop.
So
Hey, I will say though, when I was younger, I never cared about that. I think
Oh, yeah,
when
of
I hit
course.
21,
I think that comes
is
with maturity,
When I
you
hit
know.
21, and
Yeah,
when I
for
was like,
sure.
okay, what am I doing? Like,
Because I didn't even know what an orgasm was, and then when I had one when I was in
was
the
like,
what?
You was
Oh
like,
my
oh, no,
gosh,
yeah.
what? We erased some people off the list. Cause what? Babe, we don't even know. Yeah, what you was
Yeah.
doing? Like, you didn't even know. I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
know. Yeah.
I thought you was good.
all right,
worst.
That
cool,
part
the
right
worst.
there. What?
cool.
Sometimes
cool,
you gotta let people
cool,
know
cool.
you weren't as good as you thought.
All right, look.
Real quick,
Go ahead,
unless
go
you
ahead.
got one. Okay,
I got-
so let me ask you guys, when was the last first date you guys went on?
Okay, there you go.
And we'll start with you
Let's
first.
get it.
Last
Yeah, go ahead,
first
let me
date was
And why did it not go to a second date, or if it did, why did it go to the second date?
okay. I think I want to say maybe October. No, November. Yeah, November or December, around there. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
It went great actually. We had good food. I'm a foodie. Good vibes, good energy. I like someone who's just like. I'm a little bit extroverted sometimes. Right now, I'm just a little introverted. But if a guy's introverted, I like to bring out like a side that no one else sees. I feel like that's just attractive to me. Like you can be yourself with me. This is like a safe space. I like personality, so if they're quiet, I try to like get them. I try
Out.
to get to.
Express themselves
Yeah,
better,
I want
express
them to
themselves
express
more.
themselves.
So what about the second date? You didn't go on a second date with this guy? Because it sounded like I would have. You should have went on a second date with him.
So, what if this person's not in state? You know, they could be out of state, but we could still go on a second date. Yeah.
Why?
So
This goes back to- this
why are you
goes
laughing?
real quick.
Because
This
if I
goes
like the
back to-
person, I'm gonna give them a second date for
But
sure.
what's the point of even doing that when your intentions don't really sound pure in there? Because you know, realistically, what are the chances of you moving to the other state, or what are the chances of him moving to this state?
It's high, honestly, because I know what I want for myself, and if the person and me have the same mindset, then for sure, yeah, I'll try it. You know.
You would move to another state.
Yeah, I would.
I feel like
It just depends. Like I have to know this person. Like
You don't really
not
know
just
anybody.
1-2 months. Okay, you're right. But I know myself, and I know even though I go to another state, I just moved from Atlanta. So if I meet somebody else in a different state, I got myself at the end of the day. I don't need somebody. Do you get where I'm coming
No,
from?
I get what you're saying. That kind of y'all all don't need nobody. I get it. But what I'm saying is,
No,
I'm not
I
even
need
saying
somebody.
that. I'm not
Oh,
even
you
saying
need-
it like
I
that.
need
Like if
somebody.
I were to
You
move,
said also don't need nobody.
But
I'm saying
I
you
think
don't
you have
need-
to
do
take
you
that
want,
at
like,
a
a-
time. I mean, we
some
all I feel like
genuine
need
shit?
somebody, but if
Hell
you don't have
yeah.
nobody, you have no choice. So I don't have no options and nobody offering to take care of me and my daughter. So I have no choice but to be alone.
yeah.
And be by myself until that person comes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here in the hallway, you know, waiting for God to do. And we, bestie, hey, we living our best life. I ain't gonna be sad. I ain't crying behind her. I'm out here. Hey, baby, you see me?
yeah.
I'm here
and
for you.
If,
Okay, we waiting.
if it did work out, it works out. If it doesn't, then
Amen. Move on.
for example,
wait.
say I'm in Miami and I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna work out. It didn't work, but shit, I'm in Miami. I'm gonna make the best out of it. I network. I love talking to people. I know who I am, and
So he lives in Miami.
I never said that. I never
okay,
said
but
that.
what
I
I'm
gave
saying-
that as an example.
Okay, but what I'm
He might
asking
live in
is-
Chicago. He might be in New York. he might be in Monaco.
You said
How-
you would go on a second date, so why didn't you go on the second date, regardless of him living in another state?
Because we both have different schedules. We're busy. He's busy. Like, what do you
So
mean?
again, it
The
goes
second
back-
date would come for sure, but it's just we're not in
Why
the
did
same
you not
state right
ask?
now. I'm sorry.
Why didn't you not ask to go on the second date? If you was feeling him so much.
I keep talking to that. If I am attracted to them, I'm gonna keep talking to that person.
Got him.
You don't think you're wasting time?
How would I be wasting time?
Because
though?
nothing's really going anywhere. It's kind of just stagnant at this point.
It
It's
could
only
be
been one
stagnant,
day.
No, she's
but-
focused on herself and to.
Okay, but there's nothing wrong with that. I don't.
Living her best life.
Saturday,
best life.
Sunday, Thursday, like that's not my. I outgrew that. That was me maybe 4 or 5 years ago for sure. But now, my priorities are completely different. So it's just like, I'm trying to start my
Yo, shout out to
business.
Julian,
I
bro.
want to like
Julian.
run my money
Julian,
up
you're
and
flesh
everything.
tonight,
Take
bro.
care of my family. Like that's more important to me. And if the person I'm talking to supports that, then I fuck with that for real, because you might be worth my while. And yeah, I'll go to Miami. If it doesn't work out, it's all good.
So-
like
So he lives in Miami.
It is Miami.
I'm not saying
Nah.
Miami.
Nah, listen, Miami.
I'm not
Second
saying
time
Miami,
you
guys. I'm just saying maybe he could live in Monaco. What's
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay,
Nah.
nah. Okay, y'all messy. Y'all are being
Kids, no
messy.
kids.
She said hypothetically.
Yeah,
Hypothetically,
that-
Miami.
Reality,
Straight up.
reality,
They're
real life.
assuming. Like, you guys don't know. That's why I'm just.
No, I mean, okay, you can keep it private because obviously we don't know who this person is, but you could talk details on why there's not a second date, what your intentions were, even on the first date. Because you say you're focused on yourself,
Yeah,
right?
that's why
So then
I'm
what's the
here.
point of going on the date?
To get to know each other, it's a support system.
It's stimulation.
It's
More than
not
anything.
stimulation. It's
Yeah,
just
it is,
if I'm
100%.
attracted.
I think Julian said it best.
You keep saying a free meal because
I said it
not
one
all
time.
women want a free
said it
meal.
once.
A lot of women do
What
want
the
a
fuck
free
is
meal.
food gonna do for me?
You just said you're a foodie.
Nourishment.
Okay, yeah, I'm a foodie, but what the fuck is food gonna do for me?
It's
You
gonna
really
be
think
your
I'm gonna
vibe.
go to Miami for some
yeah.
food, baby?
So
No,
it is
I can
Miami.
go
Yeah,
to
it is
myself.
Miami.
Y'all, okay, y'all are messy because it might
Y'all
be
are
Miami,
messy.
it might not be
All I'm
Miami.
doing is going off of what
Yeah,
telling
you wanna
us.
keep-
I
you wanna
can't-
keep
I'm
saying
not throwing
Miami.
words
I
out
ain't
Switch it
saying
up.
that.
Say LA.
I ain't
No,
saying
you
that.
guys are.
Miami.
Y'all pressing, bro. Because
We ain't pressing. Nah, it's
no,
you're the
y'all
one-
are pressing.
No,
What if he's
you-
in Atlanta?
No, hold
What
on.
if
Why
he's
did you
in
say
Chicago?
Atlanta?
Because I'm throwing it out there. Like
You're
you guys
revealing your
think y'all
cards.
know
It's
me. No, I'm
Miami.
not revealing my cards because you're trying to like manipulate me and say, "Oh, he
But
said
you said
Miami
Miami 3 times.
No,
You did
okay.
say
What is that? You know
what
what
if
is
he
that-
travels?
Do you
What if
understand?
he travels?
That's a good reason
Do-
why you would not want to take him serious.
What? No, you just that. Okay, maybe that's how you see things. But what if I like that?
That he travels?
Yeah,
That he
I
could have
love
mistresses
that.
in every city that he goes and works in?
Why would
Okay,
she
but
wanna
why?
think
why
like
does
that?
every
What do you
guy
mean?
have to
That's-
be like
that's
that? You
like a
portray
re-
every
that's
man
a
to
real
be like that.
thing.
Not every
I
man
mean,
is
I'm
like that.
saying,
Like
but-
I know a lot of
truckers do it,
guys
they
don't.
make
DeMar-
stupid
Okay,
amount of money like
okay,
that.
you know a lot of
They
guys
do.
like that. I know a lot of
Yeah.
women
And
they
like
still
that,
be
but
out here
not all
getting
women
them
are
lot
like
lizards.
that.
Trucker. I know he
Because
ain't
there's
out
lot
there.
all women are
lizards.
like
That's
that.
why.
I don't know, man.
Not
Dudes
all.
are willing to pay nowadays to
Oh,
get their
yeah.
rocks off. So they can pay for them lot lizards. All right.
Let's go and talk to the chat real quick, cause boom, where we at? Okay. So Julian is saying, "Girl in the white, a baddie." Okay, cool. Next question, David. Go ahead and let David read it this time.
Don't need anybody till the rent is due or the car note is borderline
Borderline
repo.
repo. Talking equals entertaining. Stay woke, gentlemen. To girl in white, she says support. She referred to financially.
That's a
No,
good question.
honestly, no, because at the end of the day, you guys, why do y'all go to that? Oh, it has to be financially. Like, no,
No, you're
I've
attracted to-
I've dated someone with money,
You're attracted to an experience, and you're not willing to go back.
but what if
down
I can
to
give
that.
myself that experience? Like,
I
how
don't-
would
I
you
don't- I
know
don't
what
think
I
that's
can
what
do
you
for
want.
myself?
You don't want that.
You
And
don't
I'll
want
tell you,
that.
I'll give
Okay,
you an
as
I'll give
a,
you an
yeah, we
example.
do want to like a man be like, yeah, baby, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I would love that.
Okay, there
for
you go.
sure. But
Confirmed
it's
it.
just like I can do that for myself as well. It doesn't have to be just
It's
a
not as
man.
fun, though.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's not.
It's not as fun.
It is
though.
for guys.
If
by
you go with your girls,
themselves to
hell yeah, it's
Colombia
fun
and
as fuck.
Thailand.
You or your family, like it doesn't have to be a man, just
That's
a man.
nasty.
No, it ain't.
That's nasty.
Hey, hell no.
But
I
there are
went to.
men out there.
There's
who
hella
want women to,
STDs out
hey,
there.
I'm
Hell
just
nah.
trying to give
Yeah,
you
the
a big
fuck
sugar
there
mama,
is.
No,
sugar
you
mama.
come. Yeah, you protect yourself. You're good.
Right.
I went to Colombia. I had a great fucking time.
Need a
He
cheerleader.
said, "What kind of need a cheerleader? How is it going? How is that working out for you now?" Herself.
for yourself?
Like I said, I might be talking to somebody in Chicago. No.
In Miami.
It's just like
Miami
you
and
guys are
Chicago.
asking me how's that
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
but you guys
Yeah.
don't know my
No, I get it.
current status.
For sure. Cool. All right. Move it. What was the question again? What was it?
First date.
Yeah, we
It
don't
was like
break
First
Okay.
date. Yes, let's go.
What was your last first
What, like
date?
September, October?
And did it go to a second date, and why or why
It
not?
did not
Why is
because
that?
he was being like trying to be sexual.
He was just trying to smash. And he could, how could you
Yeah.
tell on the first date that's
Because he
what
just
his
kept
was?
talking about sexual stuff. Like,
Okay, that makes
I'm like
sense.
that. You,
Yeah, yeah.
them titties are good.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's cool.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
That sounds
If
like
we
he's just
get
trying to
there,
smash.
we get
That
there.
sounds like
but initially,
intentional
I
and
don't know
straightforward.
you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. I don't want you
I'm
trying
kidding,
to
I'm
lust
kidding.
all over me. That doesn't turn me on. I don't like that.
It doesn't.
That's nasty to me. Like
hell no.
this is sacred. I'm
Unless-
not giving
unless,
my
you know, you
body
work
can
out
love
and-
too. I'm not giving it to everybody. I don't like that. I've had casual sex before and I didn't
Cap.
like it.
You didn't like it because
It
you
made
were,
me
it's
feel
'cause y'all
gross.
emotional
I didn't-
creatures. Yeah.
It's
For
not
sure.
emotional.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Both
men
sides
fuck
is
who
real,
they
yeah.
can, women fuck who they want.
Still real.
Thank you.
We'll
Yes.
take that narrative, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, you would say that a woman that fucks a lot of guys is not really desirable.
Yeah, 100%.
A man that fucks a lot of women isn't desirable.
Yeah, they are.
either.
They are.
No,
They
they're
are.
not.
They
How-
are.
I
They
don't
are.
know
They
because
are.
so and so knows this guy.
hold on, hold on.
You fucked him
Those
too.
men-
Like
do
I
you
don't
know
want
why?
that. I don't want to
They're-
even
they're
imagine
desirable.
that.
No,
Like
of
y'all
course.
can have him. They
Do
can
you,
have
do
you.
you want a guy that? Do you
Women
want
are
to?
desirable.
Y'all can run these
I already know
streets.
your answer to this, but do you want a guy that has absolutely no idea what he's doing in bed, or do you want a guy that actually knows what he's doing?
If the guy cares about me, he gonna learn.
Yeah, he's gonna
I already knew
learn.
you were gonna say I can teach him.
That sounds
He'll
like
learn.
that sounds
No,
like
but
Lowe's.
I think
You are
When
not
you
talking
care
about
about
to what we
somebody,
were
if
saying,
that
not
person cares about
everybody
me,
likes
the
certain
sex gonna
stuff.
be bomb.
So I want you to learn me and know me because something that you did to somebody else, I might not
I
get
just
jiggy
said he
with,
don't know
and
what he's
vice
doing.
versa. Me, I thought that I was okay with giving head, and I come to find out I didn't know nothing about it. Like I didn't like it, and I realized, but it wasn't until a person I got with, and I kind of liked it. I was like, okay, cool. I do. You ain't even gotta ask.
Yeah,
because he liked it.
Yeah.
I looked at the music playing. I'm like,
Yeah.
3 songs that came up.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you
If
did
you
it.
like
I'm like,
somebody
what? 3 songs?
and you turn
You
them
go,
on,
A
girl.
little bit of Keith Sweat. Yeah.
I'm like, girl,
Hell yeah.
I ain't done it 3 songs, 3 whole
Jawline
songs.
chisel.
Oh, I like him. I like
see
him.
nothing wrong.
I love that man. He's a good man to
That's
bag
what
up.
it is. Trying to-
from the bag. That's what you do.
hey, I'm trying to learn because I want my husband to experience it all, baby. I'm learning for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so what about you?
A
What's the
real
last-
woman.
What's the last first date you went on, and why did it not go to a second date?
Nah, go ahead, say it.
I don't remember.
You don't
the
remember?
last
So it was
Okay.
years ago.
Honestly, I've met people, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I would just be honest with you. Dudes don't come, they don't be like, oh, I just want to smash, or oh, hey,
No,
I'm
I said
just,
date. A date.
I'm saying I haven't been on a date because people, they be like dates, and then they send you their address and it's their house. So you like,
Right.
that's not a date.
That's not a date.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
quick
Netflix
fuck.
and chill. So
That's a
I got
good
cute
date.
for what?
Facts.
This shit is like what?
Yeah.
I thought, you know what I'm saying? So our generation, or you know what I'm saying, this generation of dating, there's no dates. I don't know what y'all speaking of, the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't
Right.
really had, dates. They out here
Cause y'all
trying
said
to
that too.
you know
Like
what
y'all
I'm
were
saying?
talking about the whole simp
Smash,
thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
my
yeah.
last date was
took
with
her
my
out to
best
eat?
friend.
You a
and
simp.
it was
You a
amazing.
simp.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying? Like
man, we can't get no
we out here
meal.
dating each other. Yeah, for sure.
We can go Dutch.
Yo,
Shit,
Julian,
Let's
Back to the meal.
Let's go
And it was
swimming.
great, you know what I
Julian-
mean? But it's just, he's just my guy, you know what I'm saying?
Ju-
we
Julian said-
friends, so we just go on dates.
Julian
so
said,
yeah.
okay, maybe he trying to show you his home theater. Facts, dog. Hell yeah, surround sound.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
You got
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the alarm system,
Hell yeah.
everything, the dog,
Cut
everybody.
a hole under the
Yeah, we saw your
popcorn
post
box.
on Instagram.
100%.
We seen that. We know you posted.
All right, let me ask you guys this. Y'all, hopefully you guys are gonna be honest, right? You, I don't know, you little
Monica,
wild card.
straightforward.
Telling you the
But
truth.
okay, no, I know it's because you said you were in 2 long
But it's
relationships.
just your words.
So no, the words
that
matter,
you're
but they
saying.
really don't. Because it's the concept of what I'm trying to tell you. But what I'm asking is, so when is a good amount of time to give it up to the guy that you're attracted to? Then?
I don't think there is a set time.
Yeah, there's not a
Because
set
I've
time.
given it up,
Exactly.
in a few
So
weeks.
if you're
knowing each
attracted to
other.
a
First
guy,
thing.
you're willing
You know what
to
I'm saying?
probably
I
give
think
it
it's
up the
that
first time,
connection when
third
you meet
date, second
somebody
date,
or
fifth
that-
date. You're already
and that
willing to do
person.
it.
And you might not know
So then
somebody.
when's the
I
right
waited
time?
6 months and then it was trash. And I was like, man, I waited 6 months for this.
time.
It just
Okay.
depends on what you want. Do you like,
Yeah.
for example, now it's just like sneaky link, so you just want a quick fuck, quick nut, right? But if you're really attracted to this person, you see it going somewhere, it just depends.
You're
It
gonna
might
make him
be-
wait.
It might be on the first date. It might be how you treat me, what really goes on, because you can't just fuck everybody. You know, you're not attracted to them. They don't make you feel like, oh yeah, I want to do this. No, so,
Okay, so,
it really does depend
It depends on how
on
you
how
like him, how
they
much you like him.
treat you, or
How
what you
attracted you
guys
are to them.
agree
It's-
to.
And
It's
how
an
the
agreement,
relationship
really.
goes. You know
So
what
you
Okay,
I
want
mean?
so-
to
Like,
know
okay,
that
let's be
you're
honest.
giving somebody your body that, you know what I'm saying, like they cherish that, and they like that soul tie, and that
Yeah.
that is
I believe in soul
Don't
ties.
just be inside me and
that's
give me
a
all your
privilege,
kids just
baby.
for
That's
the
a
heck
privilege,
of it.
honey. That's a privilege. There's
All right.
pussy everywhere,
Because
but you
baby,
know
it's
what I
an
mean?
experience. Okay.
Okay, so all right, what's the soonest you guys gave it up then?
I said yeah.
Like I
First
said,
date?
I've
a few
had
weeks.
a-
No.
I've had
I-
First
I
week,
said
wait,
it was
like
6,
3 weeks?
but I
Yeah,
didn't
like 3
like
weeks.
it. I
Okay,
felt
what about you?
gross. I've had a casual sex,
When
but
it's-
I
No,
didn't
but
like
I'm
it.
saying, how soon did you give it up to him? Was it the third day that you knew him? She said 3 weeks and
I
she
once
gave it up.
went out with somebody and had sex
On the first
and
day?
I did not
On the
like
first day?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's how
Okay.
I know I don't like that
Okay,
shit. Like
okay.
that's not for me.
Casual to me is just not about how soon. It's just we hit each other up. That's
an
casual
agreement.
sex. Yeah, it's an agreement. Hey, we're just
Like I
having
mentioned.
casual sex.
Yeah.
That's the agreement. I understand the difference in what you're saying. So
Right,
how soon for you did you get? What's the soonest that you gave it up?
That I really like somebody.
No. I
Hey,
said what's
gave
the
up the box.
soonest you
He's
gave
just
it
saying,
up.
give
It don't
it
matter if you like them or not. What's the soonest you gave it up? It could be high school. It could be 2 years ago. What's the soonest you gave it up?
As soon as- maybe like a couple weeks, like a month, maybe.
No, man.
A month. Okay,
He
so
said,
okay,
yeah,
real
what the
quick.
fuck?
Within your 3 weeks,
Yeah.
you said your first day, so you're already eliminated. Within that month, 3 weeks, how many times did y'all hang out before y'all gave it up to them? You said 3 weeks. You
didn't.
said a month. So how many times did y'all hang out
I want to say we hung out like almost every day,
for that month?
like every other day.
Oh yeah, he was waiting to just.
He,
get it.
so
What
okay,
about you?
but you've never had a
It
one night
wasn't.
stand?
We didn't.
I don't like to
Well,
speak
like
on that.
when I
so
met him,
yeah.
I met him in person, and then we was talking on the phone, and then that first.
The first time y'all was talking for 3 weeks, and then that third, once you met him in person, you was like, I'm gonna give it up.
Not really. I think just
If
know
the
what I'm
vibe
saying.
was
Like
there,
the
you were
vibe,
like, I'ma
it
give
was
it up.
there. Like it didn't. I think like the attraction was there, and it's
Yeah.
just you know what I'm saying.
So
The
that
vibe,
goes
and it was
that
just.
goes back to what we said in your mind
Yeah.
subconsciously. You had already thought.
I mean, when
I'ma
we were
give it
talking,
up.
of course, you know, of course you talk, you know what I'm saying? You text like, what do you like? Or, you know what I'm saying? You're getting to know somebody. So, of course, the conversation of sex came up,
Yeah.
you know, in different topics, of course. So, I kind of knew already, of course, I gave him my number. So, I was attracted. So, of course, that communication led up to when I saw him, of course, she was already like, yeah, we probably gonna, you know what I'm saying? But that's the, like, well, you know, when you were talking about, like, to make it spicy, I think not even just long term, I think just period. Just know that, like, when you meet somebody, like, men know that, yes, like, mentally, screw me before you get there, and just know, like, text me throughout the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you remember them black panties you had? I like them. Put that on. Or, you know, the red dress that you know, put that on. Or, man, I was just thinking about, you remember when I hit you, you know what I'm saying, the other night, you know what I'm saying, in the shower, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, babe, I was just thinking,
But I
like,
feel
you know,
like
we take a
that's-
road
I
trip.
feel like that's
you wanna
deeper
give me
into
some
the
head while I'm
relationship.
driving? You know what I'm saying?
like
Like,
that's deeper
I saw,
into
you
the-
know.
That's
Yeah.
deeper into
Yeah,
the
but I'm saying,
relationship.
like, that's what turns me on to get me there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That communication,
That's
that building
everything
that
you're
rapport.
saying. Everything you're saying
that
is all
us-
foreplay.
Yeah,
it's all foreplay.
Baby,
It's
I'm
all
big on
foreplay.
that, baby. Yes.
You
okay.
women are super big on foreplay.
Yeah.
That's how you get a woman
Because
dripping
women
before
don't
you
know
even touch
you
her.
can make a woman come before
By
you even
even
put it
touching her,
in,
yup.
and you just don't know. Like,
That- no,
if
we
she
know.
do that,
That's what we said.
Oh,
It's
she
all about
crazy.
how you make a
I'm letting you
woman
know. You
feel.
make her come before you put it in, and then you put it in as
And
good.
you gave
Oh,
all
she
the
crazy.
statistics.
Yeah, you probably
what
gonna have
is
a
the
stalker for,
statistic
like,
on
a
that?
month.
How many
Statistics
men
on what?
actually do that, or
Actually
make
do
an
what?
effort to try to do that?
To
To,
get-
like, you know
make
what
a
I
woman
mean?
come?
Build it up. Yeah, like
Oh,
to
feel-
get
I-
like
oh,
a lot of
stimulation.
men don't do foreplay.
Nah,
They want to
you
get
know
right
what
to
I
the
mean?
thing, and
Right.
they shouldn't.
And that's even if it's just a
Anything
quick
'cause a
link,
woman
whatever the
is
fuck,
wet,
right?
that's
Like I
good.
still
Like-
feel
Cause
that
y'all
it's
like
important.
that too.
We like what?
I'm gonna walk in her. No, you sit down. Don't touch me. But I'm gonna start. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all like that shit too. Like that's there's a build up to that.
You said, you don't like that. What do you like?
y'all do.
I don't know. I think that's a little bit different.
I feel like
get what
it's
you're
a
saying.
little different. Like, a homegirl just grabs me by, you know what I'm saying? Cool, all right, it's on. But, yeah, 100%. Like, you just get to it, you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking, yeah. Anyway, so, like, we have a question here. Hold on. So, all this talk about sex and stuff, what's y'all's favorite kinks?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Pull my hair, bite me.
Pull hair?
Yeah.
Bite you.
What
Whoa,
about
bite.
Yes. Ooh, and talking about
Favorite
ear.
kink?
That's
Yeah, I like that. I
Favorite
like
kink.
the whispering in the ear. I like that baritone.
Yeah, you like that?
Right.
Okay.
Same thing.
What about you?
Period.
I think I like a dominant person.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's really a kink, is it?
Yeah.
do.
I think
Because,
most
like,
men would almost
it
be like
can.
that.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
not a
he
girl,
says,
so I don't know.
he
I'm not a
likes
girl. I don't know what guys
control.
deal with.
like,
I don't know what guys
you
deal
don't
with.
know what woman.
I don't know what
out
guys
here.
do. I
You
don't
don't
know. Hey, y'all don't know what we deal with, all right? Y'all just be like this.
A starfishing.
Yeah, for real. A lot of y'all. They be like,
Starfishing.
bring it up here, bring it up here.
It depends, man. It depends. Like, if a
'Cause I
woman...
get turned on by turning my partner on.
No,
Yeah, I'm the
Makes
same.
me-
I'm that
turns
person.
me on.
That's me.
I like that. Like she said, she didn't like giving head, but she was doing it. She was like, oh
To
yeah,
her partner.
nigga,
Yeah, to
you
her
like
partner.
that.
To
Like,
her
you know
partner.
what I'm saying?
You
Like
like
that.
that.
She got turned
Son
on.
of
So
girl.
that's
Yeah.
what made her like to do
It
that.
turns
You know what I
on
mean?
to turn the other person on.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
some
saying? And
tendency.
vice versa.
I feel like a
Some
lot of
men
girls
probably
are
won't
like
go
that,
down.
Yeah.
But if they see that, you know what I mean? It turns, it flips that switch.
For me, it's
You
the
gonna
ego
get down
thing.
with the
I
get
strive
down.
to be the best. I ain't gonna even lie.
No,
Like,
I'm the same way. Yeah.
And
uh-huh.
in my mind, and I do. I tell people, I like, Mike. I'm like, bro, you'll never. Come on now.
I feel like
Stain
it's...
on the brain.
I feel like
Leo.
what's most important is to leave an impact in the other person and
That
say,
part.
damn, that was a good experience.
What?
Yeah.
Leave an
For
impact like
sure.
a
An
kid?
impact,
Yes.
100%. No,
I'm just
what?
playing.
That ain't an impact.
No,
That's
man,
a
it's crazy, dog.
That's a package.
I have a question. I have a question for everyone, right? And so the question is, and we'll start from here. What's the most important lesson you've learned from your past relationships?
The most important lesson is you can't really trust everybody. I think that's just, me personally, like you said, from my past experience, you can't trust everybody. Some people hold things against you. Some people, they're just not trustworthy.
Okay, I like that. All right, let me ask. This is a two-part question. I want y'all to keep that because I want y'all to answer that. What is something that you think you messed up on in the last relationship that you can fix in the next relationship?
I believe I lacked in communication for sure.
Okay,
Are
I
you
feel
very
like-
closed in?
A little bit. It just depends to the right person. I'll open up, but not just to everybody, or just like certain things that bothered me. I wasn't really mentioning them when I should have spoke up for myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm
That
just
was
like,
nice.
you know what? Fuck that. I'm not doing that again. Thank you.
Yeah. You want to know?
I'll just put a little something.
I have a little bit on this one.
All right. So what about you? What was your first question?
What was one lesson? What was...
You learn from a past one.
Yeah,
you
most
learned.
important lesson you've learned from your past relationship.
And then
past
what do
relationships.
you think you can improve from the last relationship?
Yeah.
I feel like I need to learn how to, or that when people show you who they are, instead of you being like, oh, well, if I love them enough, you know what I mean?
Just
That's
stick
how,
around.
they're gonna see
Change.
that I am, because like you said, y'all want that nurturer. Like that's what you are. But when people are showing you like who they are, and if that doesn't link with what I want, I need to walk away.
Yeah.
And not, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I could have did better, was walk away.
So
To walk
that answer was for both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
gotcha.
learned that you know what I mean? That I need to walk away when people show me who they are.
Yep. That's you should.
Did you feel somewhat afraid to walk away because maybe you didn't really see
Yeah,
if there was anything
because
you didn't say?
I feel like I saw from my growing up that you're supposed to try. You're
Yeah.
supposed to stay there. If you love somebody, you don't give up on them. Like my daughter, I will never. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna always love her, and I'm gonna stick by her, and I'm gonna try to be that person to be there for her and teach her that she can come out of stuff, because we all gonna go through it. That's just life.
100%.
Hard times don't miss nobody. So that's just walking away. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because it's hard for me to do, especially if I care about somebody.
Yeah, for sure. You?
I feel like I'm like, yeah.
Most important lesson you've learned from your past relationships.
And what do you think you can improve on from the previous relationship?
I think the most important lesson I learned for sure was for myself is like to stop like trying to always like be Captain Save a Hoe or like always like take on
He don't wanna
like
be saved,
sometimes
don't
like when
save
you
him.
hear people's problems or whatever, like
You're there to try to
not yes
help
and
them.
sometimes like I do it without nobody even asking, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like
yeah.
I'll just like, oh, okay, you need this and this. So I think the lesson I learned for sure when I meet someone and I definitely feel like, you know, that masculinity, you know, is there, and like I meet a man that I can submit and I can be me and follow his lead and trust that. So I think I learned a lot about myself, and like she said, you know, piggybacking off of that and knowing my limits and knowing, you know, hey, when you first see them signs or you know your limits of, you know, hey, I know I probably am not going to accept this, or I'm not going to put up with this person, or, you know, I don't like this, or, you know what I'm saying, like in 10 years this person isn't going to change, like
Yeah.
to
Ignoring
acknowledge
the
that and
flags.
stop that like right then and there, or, you know what I'm saying, let people fall on they butt.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, and stop trying to, oh, okay, well, let me save you, let me, you know, let me be
Yeah,
this for
yeah.
you, let me do this for you. And yeah, when you see them signs, to reel it, you know.
Sure. I think a lot of the times, like some guys, look, there's nothing wrong if, like, let's say you meet the guy and he's successful, he's got a lot of things going for himself, and you just never know. He loses his job, he loses business, whatever it is, and if you're there to support him, it's great. You know what I'm saying, but the expectation is that you got to get back up.
Yeah.
Too many guys get complacent. That's a problem.
Or not only that, I feel like if, say you're not working financially,
Yeah.
what else are you doing? What else are you
how
contributing
can you
to
show
the
me?
household? Are you still like, you know what I'm saying? If your wife or whoever is working, are you the one getting up, getting the kids ready for school?
right.
Are you making the breakfast? Are you like, hey babe, I order groceries for us. You know what
Teamwork.
I'm saying? Whatever.
100%.
Because yes, I mean, vice versa. You could lose your job. I could lose my job. I feel like that's not so much. And I feel like the power of, oh, a man has to have this, or a man, like, I don't care about all that. Like, if
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you make less than me or whatever, I don't care. But know that you gonna pay some bills.
Yeah.
Know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If financially I pay more than you or whatever, then no, you gonna wash dishes more than me. You gonna cook more than me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's about balance, and we just have to figure that out together. Hey, where are you strong and weak at? Where am I strong and weak at? And where can we fit them holes and match together? Because there may be a chance that I might be making 100,000, and then, you know what I'm saying, how we looked up the economy, you know what I'm saying, jobs have lost, or you know, companies have, you know, bankrupt or whatever, or, you know, you have a baby, or, you know what I'm saying, you get hurt or injured, you on sick leave for 6 weeks, your
You
job
get
only
COVID.
short-term disability nowadays only 60% of your income. It ain't the whole 100%.
Hey, but you,
Right.
hey,
So,
you, hey,
facts.
but you relax. 60% ain't bad.
It's not, but you have to have that man who gonna be like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
baby,
yeah.
I got that 40 for you.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like,
got
you know what I'm
that 40
saying,
for you.
necessarily, you know, the financial part of wanting that for someone, I feel like it doesn't have to always be there, but it has to balance. You know what I'm saying? It can't be, and I think that's for one of why women are so, like, you know what I'm saying, not that I don't need a man, but it's like, if financially I'm already, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
and then I have the cooking, so I'm really like I'm not looking for a 50-50.
Yeah.
Because I already 100%.
So what you want, 30-70?
I want whatever we could work out. I would like for you to majority of financially, so I can cook
70,
and clean
30,
it.
70,
But
30.
hey, I would like, if you want to pay all the bills, baby, then I can you want breakfast, lunch, baby, what you want? Omelet? What you want? But I'm on
Roast
Pinterest
beef?
right now, baby. Look there. You see that?
Yeah.
Baby, you want, baby, I got this little skirt. You like that? Okay, baby, I'm coming in there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I think it's, you know, to balance, because if you are financially taking care of me 100%, you shouldn't want for nothing. And you better not be on Instagram, because what she look like? Ooh, okay, cooking with Kaya. Baby, let's subscribe right now.
Yeah.
Let me learn that recipe.
Yeah.
Because I'm finna be your cooking with Kaya. Ooh,
Yeah,
that was
no.
cute.
Yeah.
And
I'm
like
just
entertainment or whatever
Yeah, I
you
got
need,
you.
but I'm gonna be there for you.
Yeah, I
Your
got you.
fantasy, whatever you need, because you're taking care of me. So you shouldn't want for nothing else. If
Right.
if that stress is off of you, if financially I don't have to worry about paying a bill, I don't have to worry about my lights getting cut off, I don't have to worry about groceries. You're taking that stress off of me. then baby, what? Sloppy toppy every time
Hey,
you.
let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this.
I'm gonna learn how to
I'll
throat
start-
goat or whatever.
I'll start with you, and then I want to go with y'all next. All right, let's say you meet a guy who's willing to provide and take care of you. He make good money, way more than you even thought you could even make.
What's the cost?
I'm about to tell you right now. He make a lot of money, but he tells you up front. This ain't no behind the scenes. He tells you up front, look, baby, I'm gonna take care of you, but inside this relationship, whatever we got going on, I'm gonna probably talk to some other women. But you, my main girl, you're only one I want. This is all I want. Other times I'm gonna go, have fun some every now and then. But you're the main one I want to provide for. I'm not gonna be providing for them. I'm gonna have fun though when I want to, but you're the main one I'm coming home to. Would you be okay with that? Would y'all be okay with it? We'll start with you first.
Baby, what you? Okay, so let me get. So you paying all my bills,
Yep,
right? You
all
take
your
care of my
bills.
child and all that.
Whole experience.
And the only thing you want to sleep with other people.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
And you his
so
main
I'm
girl.
gonna
Shit,
sleep with
okay.
other people as well. If
No,
I
no,
man.
He's telling you up front.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna talk to other girls. You ain't telling them up front. Are you telling them up front? Because then the deal's off.
So
Yeah.
are we not having a discussion? So just the contract. So you
That's
just
the
telling me what the
contract.
terms are.
Are you
That's the
signing up for that, or
Yeah.
you not signing
Straight
up
up.
for
Well,
that?
it
What
depends.
did- what
so
did,
I need to see the full contract.
That's
What
the main-
else is
that's-
there?
that's all it is.
Okay, so when
You-
you sleep with other women, are you wearing protection? Because you
Yeah.
can't be coming back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me
yeah.
trying to.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So it depends. If
Yeah,
it's,
he gonna wear protection.
If the wasting my time is worth. Hey,
That
if
ain't
you
wasting
paying the
your
cost
time,
to be
though.
the boss, and I don't have to worry about nothing, baby,
Yeah.
look here. Okay?
Hell yeah.
As long as there ain't no
Okay,
other,
baby,
as long as
to
there ain't
not
no
have to
other.
Shout out
pay
to
$1,800
Julian.
a month, baby. Hey, you can
Hey,
do whatever
just
you
know,
want.
but just know.
Because I've been cheated on for free.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm
Damn.
trying to
for
tell
the
you.
free, won't you, baby?
Damn. Okay.
And if she
Hell
cute,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
bring her home.
That's
If
what
she
I'm
cute,
saying.
Yeah.
bring her
Okay.
home.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Hell yeah.
That's
But
all I'm
hey,
saying.
yeah, but
Julian said she knows she'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than an Uber. 100%.
There you go.
I'm
but
sorry,
I ain't
man.
gonna
but
cry either way. But
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But if I am,
It's
or what
an
you right,
analogy.
a Rolls Royce.
But
I've
it's
never
like-
been in one,
it's
but
like
I
you
would like to
said.
cry in that than an
100%.
Uber.
That's
You're
like
right.
you said. You got cheated on for free, and now he telling you he gonna provide.
Yeah,
and still do
man.
It. That's different. You gonna take. You might as
But
well
that's
take it.
but the main thing is you said up front.
Yeah, he
So
telling you
the
up front.
thing
Yeah.
is
I
that
said it ain't
most
behind
guys
doors.
aren't saying that up front or
Uh-huh.
giving you that option. Hey,
Yep.
this is what I'm. This is what I'm offering,
This is what
and
it
this is
is.
what I want in return.
Yep.
This is the expectation. So the people, nowadays people don't say expectation. No,
They
you
ain't
need to
man
tell
enough
people.
They're
yes,
afraid- they're
not
afraid-
man
yes,
enough to
I
tell you.
expect this, and like you said, I expect you not to sleep with nobody. Okay, that's your expectation. But just hey,
They're afraid that you can't
Don't
handle
catch-
the truth, right?
Yeah.
And most of
Yes,
the time, that's
that
what it
part.
is.
So what
But
about
you never know
Go
who's
ahead.
with it.
What about you?
I mean, I wouldn't.
You can have morals, but what's
I
more
do.
important, your
Yeah,
morals,
that's
or
what
just
I like,
putting
yeah.
up and making your life a lot easier for you and your daughter, and all you gotta do is turn your cheek a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like that be doing me a disservice though. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't want me cheating on you,
Hold on, let me pivot this question a different way. How much money does he have to make in order for him to,
And how long are we doing this? So is this your husband
No,
or
this
is
your
it-
husband.
this your man.
So forever.
Yeah.
This your
Forever.
person you
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
with.
That
He
broke
just
my
said,
heart.
"Hey, I want to have some
just
other
don't
girls
tell
have
me,
fun."
fam. I don't
No, that's
wanna
the
know.
point. He's
And
telling
don't
you
be
up front.
disrespectful.
But he
So I
ain't
think
gonna-
Don't let me
Yeah.
find out.
No, that's the
okay,
point.
Look, okay, if he comes at me like that, I'm gonna tell him straight up like this. If that's how it's gonna be, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna tell you. He ain't gonna be like, "Hey, I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
slept with
yeah.
so
I
and
don't
so."
wanna know.
No.
Yeah,
That's all
No,
I'm
that's
just
how it
doing.
is anyway.
None of
Yeah,
that.
none of
That's
that.
how it is
You ain't-
anyway.
No,
So
her
we got the
Snapchat,
bread.
y'all.
No,
But
no,
that
no.
connection, like I just need that.
He can
It
give
can't-
you all that. He just
Okay,
want to
if,
have
if
his
it's
fun,
like
and he's
that
telling
and
you
I
up
don't
front.
know, I'm cool.
Okay.
If ain't nobody bitches knocking on my door in my
As long-
Instagram,
usually
texting
how it
on
goes
me,
is-
if when I say, baby,
Uh-huh.
come here, your ass like, I'm on the way, I'm okay. I'm okay. If I
Usually-
don't know, what don't know won't hurt
But
me.
usually, girls are okay with it as long as no babies come back and no
Right.
STDs come back.
Right.
Usually,
Yeah.
girls are like,
And you're not being disrespectful.
you're
and you're
not.
not just sloppy and not sleeping with. Because like she said, I mean,
he's gonna be more picky.
And
He ain't just
especially
sleeping
if
with
you-
some random
because
girl.
so the
you don't
thing
want me
is, you're
sleeping with
expecting me
nobody
not to
else,
sleep
why?
with nobody. But what if you
What you
gone and
mean?
you sleep with somebody?
What
and
do you
I'm
mean?
doing
What
it?
do you
Wait,
mean?
real quick, because we talked about this before. We don't want you sleeping with somebody else because when a man goes into your body, he's conquering you.
Yeah.
And as a king, you would not want your queen to be conquered by another man. And that's
So
exactly
why would
what's
you
happening.
go conquer another woman when
Because
you have
kings
one at
can
home?
do that. You know, kings can have multiple wives, right?
Well,
This has
we're
been
in
going on for-
2025 now.
Yeah,
We
they
can
still have multiple wives.
woman
What does that
can
mean?
Still, woman
You
can
know,
still
that's what
have
that
multiple
means.
wives,
Right.
If the man can do it, woman can do it too. But and women don't even get caught.
Hell no. But look, you're missing the point.
And
The
again,
point
wait,
is,
no, it's not missing the point. Because if that's the way y'all want to do it, that's exactly why you have no desire as a woman. Because you're so easy. You're willing to just keep giving it up, giving it up, giving it up.
Man, they just community dick or what?
No,
No, it
you
has
don't understand.
nothing to do
Okay,
with
you don't
that.
understand. Look, you much rather be with a man who has the ability to cheat but chooses not to, right?
Yeah, for
let's agree with that.
Yes.
Whereas to oppose where a man can cheat, but he's going out of his way to go and cheat.
Yeah, he wants
which
to
is
cheat.
Buying escorts, paying for
Because you wasting
prostitutes.
our time.
Okay,
It's my
so-
money, nigga. Hell no.
Exactly.
No
So-
money
See what I'm
comes
saying?
to his household.
Answer the question. What would you do if a man comes and tells you, I want to provide for you and do all that? You're going to be my girl. I'm going to marry you. But there's going to be some other girls.
Yeah.
He a trick. That's it. He
How
a
is
trick.
that tricky?
Like
He
if
just
there's
said, "I'ma
because
provide
he
for
can
you," and you
provide
gonna-
for me, but he's gonna go sleep with other women. Okay, then honestly,
But you're taking care of his kids. How's that tricking?
What if I don't want kids?
Okay, then y'all are together and you get all
Okay,
your
we're
bills
together.
paid for.
He wants me to be his wife, but he wants to sleep with other women. I'm gonna have entanglements, and
Those
you
aren't
would never know. No.
No, she said she gonna have
Me
So
as
you
a
gonna have-
woman,
so you're gonna be talking
like
to other
Jada
men.
said, she had an entanglement. All right, woman will have an entanglement as
Yeah,
well.
and you do realize nobody likes Jada.
I don't care. Maybe you like her. I don't. That's not
No,
the point. I don't
nobody
care.
likes Jada. Everybody's
Nobody likes
on
her
Will
now.
Smith.
Everybody loves
I don't
Jada.
care who they
Before
like, who they
now,
don't like.
before
I'm
her
saying,
BS.
I'm just saying what
Smokey,
she stated.
everybody loves Smokey.
You don't gotta like her. Like her, don't fuck with her. That's none of my business. I'm just like letting you know.
Okay, but are you? You're not answering the question. You love to go around it.
Okay.
Are you doing it or are you not doing it?
I'm not gonna do it. I mean, actually, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have an entanglement. Like,
No, man, but that's not the agreement.
how is that not
Understand-
fair?
Understand.
We
Understand the
said
concept.
For me to
Understand
even,
the concept.
for me to even pay your bills.
Just like he ain't gonna tell you.
okay,
No.
I'm not gonna tell you either.
No.
period.
We-
Okay, I
we-
accept. I'm
I
not
think
gonna tell
you're
you
not
what I
understanding-
do.
I think what you're not understanding is the deal only even happens if you're agreeing to not sleep with other men. That's what you're not understanding.
That's what I'm gonna tell him.
No. See, now you're doing the opposite. You're being a coward.
No,
That's being a
how?
coward. 'Cause
But you
let
can
me-
sleep
let me
with
reverse
other
it.
women?
Listen, you're not listening.
And you know, women can know whenever you fuck another
No,
a
yeah,
woman.
because your pH balance gets thrown off unless you're
Yeah.
using condoms. But let me tell you this. What you're saying is bad because he's letting you know up front before y'all even go further into the relationship, hey, there's going to be other girls. You're saying, hey, I'm going to have other guys, but I'm not even going to tell you about them. You're not even gonna know that I was even cheating doing it.
'Cause it's
That's
none of his
that's the
business.
difference. He's telling you no. He's
But-
telling you up front. Hey, there's gonna be other girls. You're being decisive. I mean, deceiving.
Deceiving, yes.
And I can't even think of the other word. But you're being deceiving and saying that you're like this, but you're really not.
Yeah.
So now you want your perception to be, I'm this perfect little girl. I'm gonna be your wife, but you're really not. You're out here hoeing around. That's
But
not
what is
he
he
signed up
doing? Is
for.
he not hoeing around?
Listen, that's
No,
not what
but
he
you
signed up for.
you don't understand. The concept that he's putting together is that you are getting the whole package, the whole experience. All you got to say is you're in, you're out. That's it. He's putting the rules, the boundaries. That's what it is.
I don't
And
want
that's
that
the
for
contract.
myself. I
Now-
don't want that for myself.
Okay,
That's
Okay.
cool,
Say no.
but this
Then
is exactly
no. The
say
answer,
no.
chat, is
Okay,
no.
there you go.
Okay, there
No,
you go.
thank
Cool.
you.
Otherwise, you would sleep around
Yeah.
if another guy comes and do that. Now again,
No,
this kind of goes back to the
because
first
it's just
question at
not
the beginning.
equal. How is that equal? Like,
No, nothing is equal. We and men and women are not equal.
Yeah,
I never said that, but I'm just saying,
But
like,
you
if you
just
want to
said it
sleep
has to be
around with
equal,
other
but we're
women,
not equal.
then why can't a woman not sleep with other men?
Because
But
you
y'all
raise
want
your
to
desire.
call
You have
her
to-
hoe so fucking
no,
bad,
hold on, hold on.
but y'all want to fuck other
Vanessa,
bitches. How is that fair?
You have to understand. Okay, how does a man bring up his status? It's through value, right? How he builds his way up into life. There's guys out there. I know personally, I know guys who are millionaires who have taken years out of their life to build their way up. If this is how they want to be, they'll communicate it. Now, if you're not in, cool. Hey, don't trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Some
that's
girl
fine.
will be willing to do it.
For sure.
Okay.
And I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
You know, real quick, do you think that your mindset might change on that if you were 45 and still single? And a guy comes into you and says, "Hey, I want to provide
change.
for you."
It might change, but I know who I am as a person. I know who Vanessa is, and Vanessa's not gonna settle. I want more for myself.
How was that settling when he just said, "I'm gonna provide any and everything that you want. I'm gonna give
Okay,
you the
that's
lifestyle
fine,
that
but
you
I
didn't
can
have
do it for
before."
myself too. Like, why is
I
that
just said
so?
he makes more money than you ever made in your entire life.
Oh, but
So I'm
why?
giving you
Why
the
does he have to
scenario.
make more?
That's
Why
not
does
what
he have to make
she
more
wants.
money
She
than
doesn't
me?
want
Why?
just
What if I
money.
make more money than
She
him?
wants the-
It's because
the-
okay,
Like
it's
don't
because,
side
hold on.
because what's so wrong with that? Why
Because,
can't a
listen,
woman not
I'll
make
tell you
more money
something.
than men?
No, you can't. And I'm gonna give you an
Why are
example.
you so against that?
I'm not, because look, when you make, let's say you make $500,000 a year, guess what you're gonna want? You're gonna want a man that's making $1 million or plus.
I want someone on my level for sure.
No, you want somebody beyond your level.
Okay, maybe, but
It's not maybe. It's psychologically in
it's-
your brain as a woman. You want somebody better than you. Otherwise,
That's
like
not
y'all just
all
said,
women,
y'all
though.
want to be. Y'all want a man to lead y'all. Hey, baby girl, we gonna do this, do this, do
For
this. We've
sure,
been
yeah,
together
I
for
want
this
a man
long.
that
Let's get a
plans
house. Let's
things.
get a
Yeah,
house
I do
by
wanna-
5 years together. You want a man to lay it all out for you, follow the plan, and all you gotta do is let him guide you. That's what you would want. But
okay,
the
there's
mindset
there's
you're
a
having, you're
difference
not
though.
being able to
Because
have that.
even if I make
Hold on,
more
hold
money
on.
than
It is
him, I
reality.
still
You can
want.
find
But
the
I'm
right
saying
guy.
a woman,
the reason
that's why a woman is
the
there
reason
to
she
help
carry
in
okay
those areas.
the reason why she's carrying this mentality, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, do
but
your thing.
what it is that right now she's 23 and she hasn't fully experienced. And I don't know if you've been heartbroken, right?
For
But-
sure, everyone goes through heartbreak. You
But
keep
the
experiencing.
thing is that heartbreak does carry experience, right? And so right now, because you're 23, you're still in that mentality of like, I can do more, I can do more. Cool. But do you realize that a woman's prime years, and this is not to put anyone under it, whatever, prime years are 19 to 25.
Okay.
So
And I'm gonna go
straight up,
hard.
straight
Actually,
up.
I'm gonna go hard.
So-
I'm gonna go hard. And if a
Hold on,
man of
prime
high
years.
value
So
that brings everything to the
But
table,
your standards, your expectations right now is I can do more. Cool.
For sure.
But somebody who is above that is like, oh shit. What the fuck?
I'm running out of time.
Yeah. So right now you're not on you're not like on panic mode. Some people are. So their
I am in
mentality
panic mode,
shifts.
though. I am in panic mode.
No, you're
like,
not.
Yes,
no, you're
I
not.
am.
Because you're
How are you gonna
you're
tell
focusing,
me about
you're focusing
my
on
life?
yourself.
I'm focusing on myself. I have to focus on myself. Like, if a man, of course, I do want a provider. And when I say provider, I want someone who'd be like, baby, don't worry, I got this. But you guys tend to think, okay, what can she do for herself? Like, I have myself. Like, he could walk away and I'll still have myself. Financially, like, I'll be okay. Why do y'all make it seem like, oh, if he has to make more than you? Like, nah, there's women that are rich as fuck.
But providing
And guess
doesn't
what they
always
want?
mean financially.
Yeah,
because
it's
a
not
man
always, like,
can provide for you,
financially,
like we were
like-
just saying, like
And then
mentally,
someone said, oh, a
praying for you,
cheerleader?
praying
I don't,
over you.
like,
Hey,
what?
babe,
But
don't
y'all
forget
just
you need
said you
that.
would take it though. Financial
I
is,
said
is a
I
big deal.
would if it was offered, but how likely of that ever being offered to me? It's not. So the likely of that ever being offered to me is not likely.
I
so
think it
then
is. You
I
just
have
gotta
to
look in the
settle
right
for it.
areas. You just gotta look in the right
I ain't
areas.
looking, period, because
Okay. See,
I
then
believe
you
in
ain't
God.
gonna
Hey,
find
when
it.
a
Then you
man
ain't gonna
find
find it. You
a
gotta be
woman,
looking.
he find a good thing. I'm out here trying to be fam.
Ooh,
I want him to find me. Because I
just-
feel like, hey, when I was out there, thought I was searching for something. I don't know what.
Yeah, that was
Catfish, tilapia,
Yeah.
tuna. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just enjoying me, enjoying, you know what I'm saying? Hey, sitting here building me to be the perfect mate for him when he comes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
To be ready. I'm serious.
Yeah, no,
I
for
mean,
sure,
you
for
know,
sure.
I mean, because so if we met, hey, I don't want no problems with your girlfriend. You single. So you know what I'm saying? If we met or whatever, so you don't want a woman who, if I had to tell you, oh, I don't have no job, I got a kid.
Actually,
Already-
wait.
I was
Okay,
about
let
to
me
say
answer.
break.
Let me answer.
Yeah,
Let me answer. So,
yeah, stop.
That's
so
gonna
I
be a
don't.
turn off.
Okay, no.
No,
Let me answer
no,
this. Let me answer this because us men, he mentioned it at the very beginning. We're attracted by looks, and we're not attracted by a woman's success.
Nope.
We're not.
Don't
I can
even-
fall in love with a McDonald's cashier
men
worker,
are
and I'm fucking great.
intimidated by a woman's success.
No, we don't even
No, we're
care
not
about-
intimidated by it.
We just don't care about
We just
that.
don't care.
We
Okay,
literally
I'm sorry.
don't care
Sorry,
about
I
that.
cut you off. You may proceed.
Yeah, you could be making $10 million, but we're not going to care about that.
But
At
that's
that point, we're
is
going to
that
be
just
looking at
sex
you as
or
a sugar
just
mama.
relationship?
Vice versa. If a man with money comes, the girls are gonna be like, shit. If you don't want a relationship, he's not trying to do anything. Then that's a sugar daddy. Pay the bills.
Oh,
quick
he ain't
trick,
gonna do that.
that's
Oh, so
it.
you no, it ain't. See, that's the thing is you're saying that, but he gonna get what he wants out of you. So he ain't
and
tricking.
I'm gonna get what I want out of him.
That's fine
right?
because now it's transaction. You
But
gonna
what if
give me,
it's
you
not
gonna throw
just
me the coochie and
transactional,
I'm
like-
paying what you want.
That's a mutual agreement.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
in
an
a mutual
agreement. And that's what I
So
mentioned
that's
at
not
first.
tricking.
It's an agreement. It's
That
an agreement.
Tricking and simping is when the man gives you stuff and he gets nothing in return.
He gets nothing in return.
That's tricking and simping.
Okay, but what
You
what
wouldn't know
you
that 'cause
say
you're not
a
a
man
guy
gets
that's out
nothing
here
in
doing that.
return? Okay, what do you mean by that?
What
What
do
do
you
you
mean?
expect from a woman in return?
no.
I
Okay.
just told you sex.
Per-
If I'm
perfect
giving
So
you
that's
money,
all
I'm
you
paying
want
your
is
bills.
sex? That's really
No,
like
no.
for
Hold
real.
up,
That's
hold
how
up.
you
No,
think?
we're asking. You asked. What's your question? So I can clarify it for you. What is your
What
question?
What do you want from a woman?
If all I want from a woman is just sex from her, I'll pay what I need to pay her bills, buy her this purse. If that's all I want from her, because
It's
I know
cheaper in
that's
Colombia,
what I'm
though.
about to get from
So-
her. It's tricking. Tricking means I'm not getting what I want from you, but I'm still giving you what you want. So, for instance, a lot of guys will trick in the friend zone only. Why? Because they're giving that girl the emotional support she wants, to be there for her, and he's not getting no sex, but he's in the friend zone. So he's literally friend tricking. He's giving her all the other stuff besides getting what he wants, which is the pussy. And all he's getting is just some talks and conversations, but you're getting what you want. You want that stimulation of emotional support, and you're being here for me, and you care about my feelings. But what does he really want? He really just wants to sleep with you. But he's being the tricked friend, giving you what you want,
And that's not where you wanna be.
And that's and guys will sit there and do that for years until
Yeah.
they get what they want from
Yes,
you.
they
There's
and
reason-
and I can tell you that because I've done it before.
There's reasons why guys are only friends to women, and it's because they never got past the friend zone.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
My dad taught me that. He said,
100%.
"Ain't no man trying to be your friend. If he's hanging around you, it's because he's trying to get in your
waiting.
drawers, baby.
He waiting.
That's it. Ain't no man out here looking for
Oh,
no
he had the
female
drawers, he
friend.
can't get 'em again.
It's not happening. But I'm a good one. I know how to be one. I'm gonna tell you, I done friends on a lot of dudes,
Yeah.
and we still cool. My best friend was a man.
But that ain't no friend though.
He
You
was
say
my best
friends.
friend.
We say friend zone loosely,
They
but it's
ain't no
really
friends.
not a friend zone.
There's
He ain't a
no
friend.
benefit for a woman to have a man as a friend. And
We had
there
a
isn't.
friendship.
I had
my
guy
friend,
friends
he
that
passed
are
away.
so,
hey, listen,
He
a
had
friend-
kids.
a
Him and
friend-
his
down
girl
it, I need
stayed
a-
with me, and they like moved in, and I was cool. I went to her
So you
family's
telling me?
house.
So you're telling me if you
He
would
was
have?
my best
you telling me
friend.
when she was at work and you went up to him and was like all lingerie and you was like, "Hey,
I never did
no,
that.
listen, hypothetical.
Just listen to the situation. Yeah.
If she was off at work and they was staying at your crib and you went up to him all lingerie up and you was like, "Hey,
No, he would
I'm
have
down."
did it.
Exactly. So he ain't
So
no
he
friend.
ain't no friend.
He
That's
would
what I'm trying to tell you. He
But
ain't no
no,
friend.
to me, he was. He
Ain't no
didn't
friend.
have a choice.
Hey, actually, you know what?
But
This
if
kind
you're
of
not, if you're in a relationship, are you not
choice.
looking
How
to
you
be
get
a friend?
friends on
You're
somebody?
your
This
woman,
carries
you're
me
not
to
looking
his
for her to be
question.
your friend?
You don't even need friends if you're in a
Hold on.
relationship.
Yeah, this carries
That
me
is
to that
your
question.
friend.
No, fuck all that. If you are committed to a person, you're very attracted to him, you're all about him, and he tells you, I don't want you to have any guy friends. You guys are willing to let him go? Your friends?
Those guy friends, are you willing to let those guy friends go because your man said, "I don't want you to have no
Yeah.
guy friends"?
Yeah.
You willing to
I
let
am.
them go?
I
No,
am.
you're not. Why
Yeah.
are you not?
Because if these
This
are
is
my
your
friends,
man.
these are my true
But
friends.
that's
They've
your
been in my
man.
life. If he my man, they gonna be his friends too.
Oh hell.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned.
Period.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
What
Oh,
you
you
mean?
changed your mind now?
No,
friends
no, no,
gotta be
no.
my
But
friends
if
too.
a man was like, okay, get rid of
Yes.
your friends, I'm gonna be like,
Male friends.
get
We're
to know
saying
them,
male
get
friends.
to know them, hang out with them. What if they have girlfriends?
Listen,
like,
I'ma tell you
not
thi- I'ma
everything
tell you
has to be
this.
sexual,
Again,
He
David.
did
Listen,
like me. He did like
men-
me. My friend told me that. I
Men
know
are
he
going
did.
to be men.
Men
Yeah.
are dogs, yeah.
Okay.
But not.
Somebody wants to make a.
Oh, let's go, baby. Call in.
Wait, they're calling. They're calling in. Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so you can listen to their call in.
Oh,
That's for you.
Hey,
They want
guys.
to talk to you.
Hey.
to me?
See how we
They want-
Do you have
I
another
have
friend?
four. Well,
You
No,
might
it's cool. I
want
don't
to
need
talk to
none.
me.
Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. I'll just listen if I
All
can.
right, I'm nervous.
Yes, go ahead.
Or actually,
go ahead.
here.
No, bro, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
no,
No.
So you can hear this. Come on.
It's okay. No, I'll listen.
no, you know.
Hey, what if we break these in half? Does it work?
Hey,
Oh,
just
this is
No,
good.
no,
I like this.
I'll listen.
Hey, can I sing?
Or just re-say the question.
All right, I can flip it like this.
Oh yeah, re-say the question.
It's all good.
Let me get them on the line.
Yeah, go
Play
ahead, go ahead.
Diet Pepsi.
Oh, I can-
by-
oh.
Yes.
Hey, we'll end it right here in the next like 10 minutes
Yeah.
or so.
What's y'all's body count? I'm kidding. Jokes.
I'm not. I'm just joking. I am joking.
No, sir.
Oh, you forgot? It got too high?
We had to adjust it. We had to make an amendment.
Yeah.
You restarted
The
the,
rules
odometer? You
changed.
Yeah,
restarted the
yeah.
odometer?
Less than 30 seconds don't count.
You don't wasted a body. Wasted a body. You don't caught a body.
That
for
ain't
no
even a
reason.
body no more.
Okay, we're getting a call.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Dang, your shit loud too.
That was a blank shot.
Hey, yo,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
sending
can-
you in.
Practice.
No,
No,
he about
no.
to send us in.
I'm about to send you in. Hold on.
The wolf.
Ooh.
All right, it's in. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, y'all. I'm a huge fan, by the way. David, Wolf, great show, man. And just going back to that question, this about the whole value and is it okay for a man to have multiple women? And to answer the girl in all white, I really don't know their names. So I didn't catch the first
Vanessa.
part of the
Hi,
show,
nice
but
to meet you.
no, yeah. So I'm gonna put it like this, guys. A key that is able to open all locks. Now that's a valuable key, but a lock that is open by all the keys in the world, there's no value there, right? So the lady in the flower dress, she gets it. She gets it and she understands the value behind it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. I think that you guys have to be understandable of that, and that's deceiving. Like David said, it's deceiving whenever you said that you were gonna do the same behind his back. Like that's a red flag right there. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I agree with you, bro, because again, he's being intentional and very transparent with you, to the woman. And for you to kind of snake him around like that and not being like, okay, well, you know what, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do that too. And so let the man decide too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's giving you an option. He's giving you an idea. He's giving you like, I could do all this for you. You'll live how you want to live, full experience. Are you willing to? That's the difference. The ability and the willingness to do something. And so and you come back as a woman and say, oh, well, I'm going to do it right back. Well, shit. Okay, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for telling me. Thank you for giving me a heads up. But if you go around my back, that's different.
See, it's kind of like a business contract, right?
Yeah.
It's a mutual contract. And like once you break that contract, right, it's a breach of contract. So then
100%.
there's
null and void.
it falls through the window. I mean, it falls out the window, right? So yeah, I mean, let's say if I was put in that scenario, I'd strip her from everything. Matter of fact, I'll put something in there to make sure that she ends up with less than what she already came in with. Anyway,
Go ahead. But hold on. Vanessa got something to say.
So at first I had said I was going to do that behind his back. I do acknowledge that. However, then I went back. I took it back and I said, honestly, no, I don't want that for myself. I don't want that because money isn't everything. Like just because a person has so much power and so much money, okay, but you guys have to understand that a woman could do that too. You guys belittle women and be like, oh, no, not women cannot make as much money as men. Yeah, the fuck they can.
I don't think we said that.
I don't think we belittled women.
I think we said that I gave you the scenario.
It's just that you're attacking women. Oh, woman can make more money. Or
No,
like,
no. He made a lot more money than you, and
Okay, then
he's
he
going to
got it like
provide
that.
for you. Is what I was referring. I didn't say you didn't make a lot of money, because even if you make $200K and he's making $1 million and he says, "Baby, you ain't got to work no more," you might say,
but you want to
take that. Now I don't got to work
cheat.
no more.
You want to cheat, and I know about
It's
it.
not cheating if he told you up front.
Power.
Hold on,
it looks
listen.
like she wants to be in hold of all the power. You got to learn to stay in your lane, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So in a household, in a marriage, you have to understand that you got to play your role, right? Now, I'm not belittling here, nothing, but there's no such thing as equality, right? A man has his duties to provide, to protect, But when you try to put yourself in that same level, right?
He's asking. He said,
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry. You said I'm trying to I'm trying to be on the same level as that man.
I don't think she's trying to. I think she was placed in that level. So she's single. So she's in that level automatically of taking care of herself. So she doesn't have a man to take care
every
of.
woman goes through, like, we all have a different life. So I'm speaking on, my experiences and stuff like that. So I have been with the very powerful man. However, that went to shit. That was so horrible, so toxic, so controlling, so demanding. And I was just like, you know what, fuck that. Like, I'm a boss up. And that's why I said, actually, I don't want that. I'd rather just be with someone who, is loyal and has morals.
But you cannot base your future experiences based off of that one man. That man obviously had gone mad with power, and he did not know how to use his power.
Yeah, for sure. But it's just that's not something that I want for myself. That's not something
All I'm
I
saying, ladies,
personally
is-
don't want that. But if they want that, shit, baby, I'm happy for you.
What if you're 35, still single with no kids or a man?
I don't think I want kids. That's not in my
Okay, so
agenda
let's say
right
you're
now.
35
I
with,
gotta get back
and
to
you're
work,
single.
but you guys keep up the good work, man.
Hey,
Huge
for sure.
fan.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
thank you for calling in, bro.
Hey, appreciate you.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
So, hey, you
Send
guys
us,
should do
send
more
us some of
this,
that
man.
check when you get
Love
paid.
it.
Hell yeah, straight up. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That was cool.
Okay,
Shout
so
out
I have
to
a
Julian, man.
question.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Julian,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
Question
Joe.
in
Go
regards to
ahead.
that question though, because
You can just put them right.
y'all are asking us these questions, and then when we're answering, because we're answering off of like true life.
Yeah, for sure.
This is true
Scenarios.
life.
We're talking about true
but
life,
I'm
too.
saying
This is
because
true life.
marriage,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, but that's gonna be your husband. Your husband not supposed to cheat on you.
I
And
don't
your
want
vows-
a man like
that's you're
Like, yeah,
you're
men do
saying
think
I
what
want to
they think,
marry
but-
you because I want you. That's what you're telling that woman. I choose you over all these other women out here. That's the sacred part of marriage, is that it's you and that person. So you're not honoring that commitment.
I think it goes back to what I just said. It's at the beginning.
As a man.
I'm giving you the option
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Right, but
and at the
you're-
beginning, you took the option away from me because you said I'm just going to sleep behind your back.
And then I went back and I said, actually, I don't want that.
I was just giving you a scenario. But back to what you said there.
But you said it's a contract.
It is a contract.
Marriage is a
But
contract.
no, hold on,
Marriage
but-
is a
but
contract.
what
So
he's-
if you cheat on your wife,
It's not
she
cheating.
can take
Jessica.
your shit and leave because you
Listen to what
violated
he
the
said. Listen to what he
contract.
said.
He's presenting an idea. Either you're in or you're out.
Yeah,
That's it.
I am, but I'm just saying, like y'all are like,
I am, okay.
But
I
you,
am,
if
right.
you break it down,
You
it
can
is
be-
deeper.
You do,
It's
you
deeper
do,
than
but
just that.
You do know there are plenty of people that are married and are in open relationships with other.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not cheating as long as the agreement is came to each other. Hey, this is what you're gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. It's not cheating. There is no infidelity. If I say, hey, I'm okay with you sleeping with other men. Are you okay with me sleeping with other women? Okay, you are. I am. Okay, cool. We're in agreement, even though we're married. There's
Yeah,
plenty of people.
that's
There's
an
plenty of people
agreement.
that are 50 years old and plus that need to spice up their life and their sex life because they still love their partner. So they say, hey, let's try an open marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll let you go sleep with other women. You let me go sleep with other men. They try that and they're still married. They still
Yeah.
love each other.
Right.
The contract, it's all, as long as we talk about it, it's okay. So it's not cheating or infidelity if I'm coming to you and saying, hey, this is what I want. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with it. Okay, cool. We're not cheating then.
Yeah.
If I go sleep with 10 other girls tomorrow, it's still not cheating because you just said you were okay with it. So there is no cheating. And I still want you as my wife because you're the one I love. These other women ain't got what you got. That's cool. But if you want to leave, that's fine. I'll go talk to any of these other women. Why? Because I got it like that. And I know you got it like that
Everybody do.
too.
But if
Yeah,
she's
everybody
your wife
do
and she
that.
got everything
Vice
you
versa.
need, then why are you
Listen,
going out
don't
there
say
to
everybody
get
got it
something
like
else?
that,
So
'cause a lot of
obviously
men
there's
don't.
something
Y'all
else
women
she's
do,
lacking
men don't.
that
Can
you're
you
going out
please
there.
repeat
So why
that?
do you need 10 women
It's
if
not-
you
no, I
have
was
the
giving you a
one
scenario. I
that's?
was
But
just-
I'm saying in
scenario
that
10 women.
scenario, you
See?
said
I said 10
that
women. It
that's
could be
your
2
wife.
women.
That's everything. She's everything that you need. So
Because
she's
it's
everything
in
she
a
needs.
man's
not what you-
biology. It's
not
in a
necessarily,
man's
but like he
biology.
said, there are some men. The temptation is everywhere. So just like you tempted those 10 women you see on your Instagram, you don't think that I ain't seeing somebody with some great sweatpants on? You don't think that I ain't
But
seeing some?
again, it devalues you.
Aaron,
It devalues you.
yeah,
y'all.
that's Mufasa. Okay, you think that we in that? That's
But the whole
Mufasa. So
point of
temptation
messing
is
women,
there.
the
It
whole
goes
point
both
of-
You guys are
ways.
missing the point
Yeah,
in
you're
the
missing
sense
the point
that
completely.
No, it's not
I
missing the
understand.
point.
I understand
But
what you're
it's,
saying.
hey,
Like,
what's good for the gander is good. What's good for the goose? Or however you say
But
that.
no.
So,
What
yeah.
you're missing the point is that you guys are bringing up like, oh, if she's all you need, and that's it. I get it, but what he's saying,
that's what he said.
I know, but what he's saying is,
But that's a
I'm-
question though.
Yeah.
If you're saying that your woman, your wife, is all that you need, why do you need 10? So that's the question, just there.
It's not
Because
10.
Why
It
do
could
you
be
need
other
to? No,
girls.
okay.
One,
So why
three
do you
other
need
girls,
the?
one
Why
other
do you have
girl.
the urge, or why do you need to get 10 one? If you have one that you, why is that?
Yeah, because you're saying
Why
I
would a
love
man
you.
want
You're
that?
the one I want.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
said-
be with
okay,
you,
let me ask
but
you a
I'm gonna
question.
go be with them too.
Just
Why-
because
why-
you can, right?
why-
That's contradiction.
It's not
No, it's not
contradiction.
contradiction.
Because
I'm
the man is
literally
coming
telling you
in.
up front.
The
But
man is
that's
coming in
just
with
like
an
a
idea.
woman saying, okay, well, no, but then she go fuck, like, how
You
is that
devalue
not?
yourself like that. Men don't devalue themselves by doing that.
But you are devaluing that woman by doing that.
How?
Because you're cheating on
You,
her.
it's not cheating. You
not
just
cheating.
agreed to it.
But
you
I'm saying,
both of y'all just said y'all would do that. So how is that cheating? If you just said you already knew he was
If
gonna
I
do it,
didn't
you just don't
know-
know when he's gonna do it.
yeah, if I don't know about it, but you're
said-
saying we have to be in like straight
At
up
the very
agreement.
beginning, he's letting you know what's going on. So we're within that. Let's say y'all are together for 10 years, and at the very beginning, he told you what's up. Within those 10 years, he only slept with 3 girls, but they was the same 3 girls throughout the whole period. You ain't even gonna know when it happened. As long as he does, as long as he does what he needs to do, you'll never know it even happened.
It's as simple as this. Look, you don't
So,
you don't
okay,
like my
question for
idea?
y'all.
Go ahead.
Why is the need for that though? If you feel like you found
Look,
somebody that you love and that baby holding you down and she's doing everything she's supposed to do, she loving you, she fucking you,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
I
that's-
doing
just asked
yeah.
for that answer.
Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
Y'all
No,
answered
that's
the
great.
question,
That's
though.
cool. That's cool.
I
That's
was
great.
about to answer it,
That's
but-
great. Okay, that's cool and all, right? But everyone else can do that. Now, look, the real question
He ain't
is
looking for that, so you see,
the
he
real
didn't
question
answer
is
it.
the real question is
answering the question.
no, the fuck I'm not. I can commit. Look, I'm single. I have a rotation. I have options. I got it all. In the sense that like I don't get attached to one person because I know who I am. Now, again, I mentioned
Because she hadn't came to you yet.
I
God
don't-
hadn't
no,
put
no.
her in your life. I'm telling you. And when
I
you allow
understand that. I
yourself to
understand
open
that.
up,
For
that's
sure.
why it hadn't happened.
For sure. I understand that. Okay. Look, when I talk about rotation, I talk about from like a general standpoint. Okay. And I talk about it from like experience as well. Right. And so if I commit to a person, I can commit. What he is saying is he's generalizing it. Not all men choose to go off and be with other women. But if a man comes into your life and tells you this, are you in or are you out?
But not all men are also able to provide and do that
Exactly.
as well.
So that's
So
why it's a
So then the
broad
scenario, but I was
Yeah.
going off of what he said, because in that he
But there's
said,
just so many.
she's my all
No,
in
there's
all.
not.
And
No,
I'm
there's
like,
not.
yeah.
She can
So
still
then
be
there's
all
the
in all.
question, why would a man
look,
even...
hold on.
Yeah.
If you're not in, get the fuck out of my way. Someone will be down for that.
Exactly.
That's
for
cool.
sure.
Okay,
There's
cool.
multiple women
Straight
that'll
up.
be like,
Straight
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Offer it to
100%. So then you're wasting my time. I'm presenting an idea to you. If you're not into it, cool. Get out of my way. Someone else will be down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'll keep,
as
I'll
simple
keep,
as that.
She
As
had
long-
that same
we
offer. She said,
dragged
okay,
it-
well, cool. Well, since
Yeah.
you want to do it, I want to do it too.
Look-
Well, he ain't with it, then hey, that it wasn't meant to be. On to the
Exactly,
next.
exactly.
On to the next
Thank
one.
you.
This one next.
Is that
That's
simple?
all it is.
Is that
Coming.
simple? It's the
We-
transparency
yeah.
at the beginning, and that's all you want as women is the option. If
Yeah.
I want to stay or do I want to leave from the very beginning?
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
wait 3 years, 5 years in, and
Anybody.
be like, "Damn, you was cheating on me the whole time. You didn't tell me that." Of course, you would rather know at the very
But I think
beginning.
it's deeper
like
than
you just
just the
said,
sexual
you
part.
said you got cheated on for free.
For
So
free,
would you? What
yeah.
did you rather get? I guess supported for free. I mean, now for some extra
I mean,
money.
I
now?
wouldn't have wanted to get cheated on,
It
period.
ain't
But
cheating as he
if
tells
I would
you.
have, you right. I would have liked to reap the benefit of my pain for sure.
And,
But,
it's not,
I
and
mean-
you're not even gonna really feel the pain because you ain't never gonna know. Cause why? He ain't coming back with
No,
no
we
babies,
know.
and he ain't coming
Baby,
back
we
with
know.
no.
You think we don't know, baby? We know.
Y'all probably
we can
don't
tell.
know. Y'all
We
don't
do
know.
know.
We can tell. I knew, and you know how I knew, baby. I
do.
knew.
How
I
you
knew
know? How
before
could
it
you tell?
happened.
How could you tell?
I could tell.
How could you tell?
Because I mean, for one, like you can. I mean, if you're tuned with that person, you know what I'm saying, and you know if that exchange, and then if you're paying attention. So for one, habits change. So if your habits change, if you're doing things differently,
Yeah.
if you know
That's
what I'm
how we
saying,
know.
like you notice certain
That's right.
things,
Yes.
smells and certain things like that,
Attitudes.
or yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
And then when women,
or
I mean,
energy,
sorry.
Yes.
or
Not
just
interrupt.
like
But
you know what I'm
that's-
saying,
and
like
so
you're
that goes to that
agitated or
question
different
too.
things.
This
You're
is
Well, I
just
want to
like-
bring
be
something
okay
up.
with
Can
that.
I bring
Wait.
something up real quick? All right, men, when they have a side piece, they start treating their main girl like shit.
No, wait. Hell no.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
man.
attitude.
What the fuck?
Bro,
Who
they
you
be like,
fucking with?
oh, what
Hold
are
up.
you
Hey,
doing?
hey,
Who you
let
with?
me-
What are you doing? Who you
No, let
with?
me-
This
hey,
and that,
nah,
blase,
hell
blase,
nah.
blase.
Put
Nah,
into
nah.
perspective. No, hell no. Hold up,
actually
because
the
Spectrum is
They
so
do.
broad.
let's go. Hey, let's go back into what we were talking about earlier, right? Okay, who you talking about? You're talking about a fuck boy, someone who absolutely has no sense of what alignment really is. Okay, look, if you have that agreement and you were to go out and sleep around, and you know truly inside of you that this woman, your main woman, is the main woman, you're not gonna belittle her, you're not gonna devalue her, nothing. The side piece is just a good time.
Yep.
But
Just a
a
good time.
man who
Get your
falls
rocks
into
off.
it,
But how do you know that's not going to evolve?
no,
Yeah.
man.
can control
If
his
she's
feelings.
making you
No.
feel
Y'all
good
are
and y'all
emotional
have
Like
creatures.
honestly,
Not the
okay, like
same.
you said about transparency, if a woman lacks something, then you
You
could
can
just be
say
transparent and
that.
be like, honestly, you're
That part.
I don't like It could be the sex. I don't like
feel
our dates. I don't
give
like
me the
how we're always
opportunity
home.
to fix the problem because
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
why
not
are
a
you
problem.
even needing somebody else? If
Yeah,
you said
because
she
they-
go all in all, she
Okay, for
because
example-
why would you even marry her? Because my thing is the contract. Don't make me your wife. Then if you trying to be out there, I don't need to be
Hey,
your
I-
wife to.
I-
Wait, are we
actually-
talking about
out there and
contract?
cheat
I
and
actually
do all
wouldn't-
that.
I
well,
actually-
No, I'm
actually,
just saying, I'm not
actually,
saying
marriage,
you, but
marriage
I'm
is a
just saying,
contract, though.
like-
Yeah, it is.
Marriage
That's
is a
what I'm
contract.
saying. No,
Okay,
and then-
it is,
yeah.
but sometimes
so
you don't have to
marriage-
go through the
okay.
court
When you
system. You
cheat.
could
Okay,
get married
hold up. What do you mean?
spiritually, and I'm a
What
spiritual
contract when you
person.
cheat?
I don't believe that everything has to be through the court system.
Hey, unless
read it up.
there's a
Better find
prenup,
out.
it's cool.
Yeah.
But hold up. Hey, look, and a lot of women are fucking iffy about prenups. You know what I'm saying? But
They don't want
okay.
that.
Nah, hell no, they don't want that because they know what a prenup is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that I made.
I'm not cheating. So if you
Shit,
cheat on
I'm
me,
down for a
The
prenup. Sign
guess
me
what
up.
happens?
The cheating has nothing to do with the prenup, to be honest.
Yeah, it does.
No, don't.
It
Not a
don't
prenup.
listen. In the prenup is just saying that whatever I had before we got married is
But
mine.
there's
So once we
stipulations.
once we split, everything after I acquired my money with you, we split. So let's say I had $500,000
Right.
and then we get together. Now I got 1.5. That means me and you
Me
are
too.
splitting half the million.
So we both
So
get
that
one?
other half is still mine.
Still mine, yeah.
Right.
And we're gonna split the million.
Right.
That's all it's saying. There is no, oh, since we're married and we got a prenup and I cheated on you, you're gonna get half my stuff automatically. No, that's not how prenups work. Unless you want to put some stupid ass
She
shit in
ain't
there,
leave-
and
she
no
leaving
man
with
would do some
something?
dumb ass shit like that.
She leaving with something.
She go because you're married.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
And even then,
And honestly-
actually, real quick, I'm sorry,
Go,
bro.
go, go.
And even then, if the man is smart, with the prenup, the woman will still leave with nothing.
Hey, look,
You didn't hear
That-
about
if
that.
the woman's
no,
smart,
no,
she
you
don't
know,
leave.
break
That's
it down.
because she's
You didn't-
dumb.
I
No,
actually
no,
feel-
no, no,
hold on.
exactly.
No,
I'm gonna break it down
because
real
I'm
quick.
putting some away.
No,
every
listen.
month. I
Let
ain't
me
leaving
finish
with
what I'm gonna
nothing.
say.
You
Let
got
me
me
finish what I'm
messed
gonna
up
say.
with something,
You
baby.
didn't hear about the soccer player who was making all this money.
yeah.
Yeah,
Put all
I
his,
did. And
put
his
all
mama
his
Put it in his mama
exactly.
name.
And guess what his wife got?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right,
So
right,
again, if
right.
the
Because
man
she
is
was
smart,
dumb. She
he's
didn't
going to
know.
set up something like that.
But see,
to
you're
where
being
she ain't got-
manipulative.
That's
The
not
only
being
way-
manipulative.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yes,
not. No, the
it
fuck
is.
that-
That's being
no.
smart.
That's
Protect
being
your stuff.
manipulative.
No,
You
they-
are looking out for yourself. You're not looking out for y'all.
No,
You're
he's-
looking out for you
how
when
is
you
that?
do something like that. If this woman is
No.
supposed
No,
to be your
because he was-
partner and your
no,
other
because
half,
a lot of women,
and she's
women
got
do
to
that
go
all
in.
the time. Women are very, very deceiving. They will fake their
Men
love
are
until they get what they
too.
want.
Do you know that
Men are
hold on,
too.
do you
I was
know-
with somebody
Men are
every
too,
day.
You know
This
that-
motherfucker went off and got engaged.
do you-
How
hold
you
up,
engaged
hey,
to
That
somebody
means
hold
you
up,
again,
sleep
it
hold
goes
up.
back
with
to
me
what
every
you
day?
don't know nobody.
Do you know that
Exactly.
Do you know that 72.3% of failed marriages are initiated by women and not by cheating? Just because women either get bored or they just go out looking for attention, they get it somewhere else. Dude, that's a study.
I've never been married, so I don't
So
even know about that.
okay, tell me about that, right? Because look,
I've never been married either. Did I almost get married?
But I'm sure that if she
Yeah.
did it after so long that wasn't the last straw. Is she put up with so much BS that whole whatever that time
and,
frame
okay,
was?
but you
and-
initiated the divorce, and now you expect to get everything?
Hell no.
I mean,
Not
she
everything.
she earned it.
But I'm
No,
living
okay,
with something.
and hear me out. This is where I actually agree with all of you guys, right? Because as a man, if she spent the last 20 years with you, yeah, you should definitely give her something because she depended on you,
And
100%.
depends, too, like,
but
if
if
the
homegirl went
lifestyle,
behind my
you got
back and
kids.
disrespected me, fuck you. I'm not giving you shit. Straight up.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
why should we feel like if we're there and we're
And it goes both ways. You can't disrespect her either.
You see what I'm saying?
It's an
Because
agreement.
you gonna feel disrespected.
Agreements
just
are
you
broken
feel
all the
disrespected.
time.
It's an agreement. It's a prenup.
Agreements are
That's all
broken
I'm
all the
saying.
contracts are
Hey,
broken
this-
all
this
the
conversation
time.
was-
That's
That's why they
Hold
have
on.
the law system. That's
Hey,
why we
this
have.
spectrum
I love
hella
it.
broken
I love it.
You got
up.
one more question? And then we'll end it.
I
Go
do
ahead.
not.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, I don't
I
have
think
one.
we're. I
Because
think
we
we're
all
good.
different.
And we
Hold
did
on.
go a little over
We
the
actually,
top,
yeah,
too.
we went
Way
past
past
the time.
the time.
Like,
But
we
hey,
ain't got
no,
no
real
more
talk.
questions for y'all.
Look. Let me just say something, okay? I
I
know
know
that.
we didn't ask
let
no
me just say-
questions, right?
That's good. That's what we normally want.
Look. So okay, look. Well, I want to acknowledge something. Okay, I want to say something. The conversations that we had today were great. Love the energy. Love everything about it. Now, again, this is all generalized. Is this how we live? No. Okay, in the sense that to your question, I can commit 100%. Right. Right now, single, doing my thing. He's in a relationship. He can commit. That's what it is. What we're talking about is a generalizing standpoint on how the world is moving. And some people can't handle it because they say, I want tradition. I want tradition. Well, shit. Tradition tells you since the beginning of time, kings and emperors always had multiple women.
Yeah.
Even
Okay?
in Africa
So
now, they still have multiple
they
women.
still do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Arab.
there's nothing.
But they
Again,
took care of their women. They took care of
yes.
So then that's a whole nother discussion.
No,
But-
no, it is.
No,
Yes,
it is.
no, it is.
Because
That's the
what
concept.
are we live in DFW.
You know,
what
we
is the
grew up with
percentage of
the
men
Disney
who are
movies.
out here
As a
trying
child,
to
you
wipe
don't know
women
no
out?
better.
I get
So
it.
you know
I get
what I
it.
mean? Like,
100%.
that's how you go through the heartbreak.
No,
and
the
100%.
likely of
I
a
get what you're
man
saying.
You're
making
painting
more
this
than
picture
me
is
and
painted for
saying,
you
you know
as a
what, I'm
youngin',
gonna
and you're
pay
like, this
all
is what I'm
because
supposed
all
to
the men
have.
that I
Yeah.
know,
When you
we
start
all
to grow
complain
up and
about
those
how
things
high
don't
rent
happen.
is.
I get what
You
you're
know what I
saying.
mean?
I get what you're saying.
So
That was
the likely of
it
me
was a
ever meeting a man,
hypothetical.
hypothetically.
That's what I said. It was
So,
a
but I'm
hypothetical
saying the
question.
percentage and the likely of
Oh, yeah, that
us
shit cool as
ever
hell.
running to
Fire.
a man of that status of, you know what I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah.
a ball player or a rich, famous or whatever,
Hey, a
willing
lot of
to
girls
take
like
care
that.
of.
You need to watch
or
our other
whatever,
episode where we
or-
had on Candy and Francis,
Oh,
and they will
yeah,
tell you
yeah,
all
yeah.
about
Nah, they were
those
cool
kind of
as hell.
men. They didn't
Shout
want
out
to
to them,
talk to
shout
a
out to
guy
them.
unless
They were
they
cool.
was
Yeah, baby,
making half a million per
yeah,
year.
on my day-to-day life, I couldn't tell you, I ain't ran into a millionaire in my day-to-day. I don't run into them. I do, yeah, at work. And they, the likely of running into a man who's willing to do that or willing to have that mentality, it's not out here. That's not what our market is. We out here shopping at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. That's what we have. That's what the pool is that we're out here in.
It's got
So what
pee
you're
and
saying,
poop
that's
in it.
good, and we could talk about that, but that's not the reality that we live in,
Right.
and those are not the options that we
Right.
have. We don't have options of men out here like, let me take care of you, let me take care of you, let me take care of you.
I
You
think-
got 2 kids, let me take care of both of them.
I feel like a lot
you
of
just gotta find
Nah.
them.
I feel like a lot of the
Nah.
blue collar men who work in fields and such are looked down upon.
Yeah.
And I feel like the
No.
expectations have been raised 100%.
Yeah,
No,
100%.
that's a
Married
hardworking
or
man,
gay
period.
Y'all
or-
overlook those
But you guys
hardworking
are
men
Who
overlook
is
left
y'all?
and
I'm
right.
not overlooking that. I'm
Women.
just
No.
stating
How
it.
often do we come across
That's a
that?
hardworking
They're in y'all's
man.
everywhere.
DMs. They're literally in
Nobody
y'all's
might be
DMs.
let me check your I got 20 followers.
Hey, my
That ain't
DMs dry as
nobody
hell.
Period. Period.
Baby, I sweatered in my DMs. You hear me? Baby.
Shit, what DMs? My DMs dry as
Cause I
hell.
tell you, look,
Hey.
I took my Instagram off of private for 2 days, and I got flooded.
Flooded.
I was
Cool.
like,
There's your
ew.
future husband there.
Ew.
Probably.
No, because
You don't know that.
it's just because no, they were on there liking all the pictures where I am, like, you know what I'm saying. But I know it, me,
that ain't
and
a
I'm
man
more
that wants
to
to be
that.
your
Y'all
husband.
gonna
He's
like
lusting
every
at
bitch
us.
that's
Lusting,
putting her
and that's
titties
exactly
out
what
there.
I
You gonna
said.
like
It's all
every
about
ass
lust.
The highest
that's
bid
put on
on Instagram.
Instagram.
Hey, you want to pay for this experience? Hey, what you talk about?
Okay, real
Okay.
quick. All right, go ahead and ask your
Nah,
last
let's
question.
okay,
Yeah,
so
what you always
again,
ask.
yo. Great energy. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so we typically do this at the very end. We'll go one by one. What was your experience on the show? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you not? You know what I'm saying? Would you come back?
I liked it. I would come back for sure.
Yeah? What would you like about it?
We all have different perspectives.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
Not
For sure.
everyone has like
And
the
they're all
same
respected.
mindset. Yeah,
For sure.
For sure. Everyone's opinion is respected.
At the bottom of the night, ain't you?
We usually do, but
Yeah, we always
we've been pouring a little bit smaller
Ain't
ones
mad at
today.
So
I
you were
didn't pay
saying?
for it, so thank you.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Thank you for
What
having
about
me.
you?
I liked it. I did. I would like to talk about other things.
Yeah, for sure. I
What?
feel like it was just a
I
little
feel
bit more
like the
about
conversations. I'm gonna be for real. I do enjoy y'all. I do think that this is really cool what y'all doing, and I support it. Like, I'm here. I would definitely come back. I feel like the conversations we had though, I saw
Saw what?
previously on
Oh, you
your
saw
page.
Oh.
Let's hop on before we close out.
Oh, okay.
The same questions.
Oh,
Oh, we're getting back on the call?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yo, hold on. I'm about to send you through. All right,
Okay,
hold on.
let's do it.
But people are different, so people are gonna answer the questions.
I like
for
the
sure.
different perspectives.
And I'm all about
see,
that.
you're
I'm a
see-
Libra.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
So
What's going on, man? You tuning in to Open Discussions Podcast. Welcome in.
What's good? What's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all adding me in. Do I just speak on what I'm supposed to, what I wanted to say, or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, bet. So I wanted to jump in because right at the very end, y'all said the major thing that I've been wanting to talk about
Sure.
to a lot of people, and y'all said blue collar men.
Yeah.
Right. So let me tell y'all something about blue collar men. And when I say blue collar men, I don't even really just consider like the tradesmen. I consider all of them men out there, because a lot of these women, especially, I'm just go ahead and pick on all three of them. All three of them on the stage, including you, Jessica, the shit show. Y'all all delusional.
I knew it was you.
UPS
You know
drivers
what?
out here. Hold on, let me finish.
Thank you for
It's
tuning in.
UPS
Go ahead.
drivers out here. It's FedEx drivers out here. They all make over 150K. You feel me? A lot of
Before
people don't
taxes
even
or
know that.
after? After child support,
Man, that don't
Man.
matter.
after alimony.
It's a lot of UPS and FedEx drivers out here who make 150K after tax. I'm a blue collar man. I'm out here busting my ass every day. No, you ain't met no millionaire, but you sure met 100,000 there, and that's me. I ain't never asked no female to pay for no bills. I ain't never had no female come to my house and have to ever worry about a light bill, water bill, food bill, nothing over here. You feel me? So to all of the women who have these mindsets, not just to say any of these women on the show, but y'all have a delusional mindset.
Yep.
The reason why a lot of y'all are so hurt and traumatized is because y'all keep
I'm
trying
gonna
to
call you
go
after
reach
this
for
card,
this
though.
10-inch
Get it off your chest.
eggplant man or whatever the hell y'all trying to reach. Plus, he got to have 6 figures. Plus, he got to have all this other shit. Bro, if you just take your ass down to fucking Wendy's, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, all the stores you don't motherfucking go to, I bet you're going to find you a Ron, Chris, Tim, Jake, Jerry down there who will kiss the ground that you motherfuckers walk on every day in the delusional world that y'all live in, and actually have somebody who would love your ass every single day. But y'all don't want that. What y'all want is y'all want a superficial, and I blame Disney for this shit. I know that sounds crazy, but Disney gave all of you women this bullshit ass fairy tale. So because they gave y'all this fairy tale, y'all think every last one of y'all are fucking princesses. Well, guess what? Princesses don't get touched.
I hope y'all ready.
You understand me?
I hope so.
Princesses do not get touched. They don't touch every motherfucking man on the street. They don't even let these peasants come up to them.
Period.
But every man can touch you, talk to you, feel on you, rub up on you, give you a few dollars and get between your legs. And then every other man who's supposed to come into your life is supposed to worship the ground you walk on. Y'all crazy as hell. And if we follow by the Bible says that we are supposed to have a bloody wife at the time of marriage. Ain't none of y'all bloody. All of y'all blood been spilled out. You feel me? So when y'all really start speaking on men and how y'all feel about marriage and all this other stuff, first ask yourself these 2 questions. Are you bloody? And how did you learn to even become a wife? Who taught you how to be a wife? Your single mama who's not a wife? Your single auntie who ain't no wife?
So where the daddies at for them?
All the people who are divorced.
No,
we could go on that all day.
Why they single though? Why they single raising? Where's the men? Okay,
Hey, you right.
Where's
I'll tell you that. And then
where's them white collar?
We did talk about
So,
that before.
yeah.
That I said that a lot of those men that weren't there back then, I feel like the men will be there for their
And
kids
he's
in
saying
this
all that. Ask
generation.
him.
You're right,
Him.
John.
Yeah,
I heard what he
He
said.
has a single mother.
I'm
Yeah,
just
okay.
saying.
He was raised by a single mother. Okay, so he thought. Yeah, okay. That's
And
all
I've
I'm saying.
dated a maintenance guy and put him on a pedestal and gave.
Mother is because my father died.
Yes,
My father
but
actually
after
had
that,
the
ask
excuse
your
for not
mama
being
why
in
she
my-
ain't
in
never
my
get
life.
another one. Cause she knew what was out there. So there wasn't nobody better to raise you. She had to do it by herself.
Because you don't know the story. So my mom actually did have another guy, and he was a truck driver, and he actually got killed by a drunk driver at a truck stop. So my mom actually was gonna get married again, but because he
But
died,
she's been single
that
after
was
that.
my
Okay, so he
second
died.
father.
But what? Yeah, she hasn't though. So I'm saying, but she ain't let all kind of men in and out your life, and you ain't see all that. Like she held it down and she took care of you, and so that's why you're a blue collar man now, because your mama, that man that helped you. That's why you out there working hard, baby. I know you in real life. Don't play with me. Baby, don't play with me, okay? And that's what we talk about Instagram. This is an Instagram Facebooker right now. This is just for entertainment. So this is cool and this is funny. This is all for entertainment. But yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying, y'all, like, I've dated a lot of blue collar men and had long relationships with them.
In my life. That's how I learned.
I guess they treated me just like that millionaire that had all that money.
So my daughter's father is married to
Chris,
somebody else.
can you
That
hear
was
me?
his choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So a lot of
hey.
us- yeah.
Yeah, hey, man, look. Thank you for calling in, bro. For sure.
I appreciate you for calling in,
We
bro.
definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you for calling in, man, and everything that you mentioned on the money. Look, we're about to wrap up the show and and all that. But thank you for calling in, bro.
Yes.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
And I'm gonna just add, like, not to.
Yeah.
I love Chris, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, we talked about when you said, as you asked the question about lessons.
Yes.
So it's about choosing. So he's chosen the women that he's chosen for the experience. So that's why he's talking the way he's talking, from the experience of the women he chose that were trash, that did all of that to him, and he took care of their bills and all that,
That's
and
that
they didn't
hurt.
return that favor.
He
So
talking
that's
about
it's the same with
hold
us.
you
I get what you're
down.
saying.
Us
Look,
women.
It doesn't matter if you're a
Chosen
hard worker.
Again,
You are
do that.
respected.
Again,
You're a hard worker.
it's-
Period.
It's all
Yeah.
about man and women being I can't even, I just had it in my word, being
Transparent.
no, it's not even transparent. Oh, I lost it. No, it's you have to be your discernment. You have to be able to have a good discernment to get to that point of knowing who that person is before you go even further. So you're not wasting 2-3 years of your life.
Exactly.
You have to vet these people out for months before you're like, okay, I'm just gonna waste 3 or
just
4
that's
years
That's why I'm
away.
not
Accountability.
sleeping with
If-
you on the first day.
Or if you do, that's your choice. You take accountability.
Yeah.
I know if I sleep with you, that's my choice. I'm choosing to sleep with you. So at the end of the day, I can't be mad if, you know what I'm saying, you only call me to sleep, because that's the
And
choice.
that's the
I
tone
made.
you said.
And
You
it should
set
never
that
be.
tone.
It should never
And
be.
we talked about being in tune and knowing who
Yeah.
you are and knowing what you want.
And it should never. The approach should never be about trying to convince someone.
Yes.
I think it's about presenting the idea and allowing them to just
Pick and choose
Exactly.
if they want to.
And
be
every
like,
for
journey,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So of course, yeah, you know, when I was that age, I was a little more, you know, just
Promiscuous,
okay, yeah,
maybe.
YOLO.
Promiscuous.
But now that
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
promiscuous.
or not even just sleeping with guys, you know what I'm saying? Just I just want to go on this date or this
Yeah,
date, you know what I'm
that's-
saying? But
that's
now I'm a mother, I really don't have time to be, you know what I'm saying? This and that, you know. So it's about lifestyle, and then you know those different ages and transferring. So sometimes
Layers.
you can have that spirit of you just, you know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah.
need time for me. I just need, and then that transition when you know, just that time of your life, you know what? Settle down. You want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be with somebody and whatever. And there are people who've been together 20 some years and hey, they're single now and that works for them.
Now
So
they
I
get
think,
to-
yes, and not letting society or nobody else, for me, I don't let nobody else dictate my
Yep.
happiness or dictate what I want.
Right.
So you can say whatever you want, call me whatever you want, baby, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I know who I am and I put value on my own self.
Clock it.
So can't nobody
As you
else
should.
value me. I
Clock
value
it.
me. So
You set the
however
tone for
many
how people
miles-
treat you,
yes,
by how
that
you
part.
treat yourself, how you love
Exactly.
yourself.
That's why we say women should not be showing their body all over Instagram
Baby, I'm gonna
because
show it, baby, because it
But
looks
men
good.
do it too. Men
Go
do
on my
it
Instagram
too.
and see how big I was,
Yeah,
baby.
but you're
Okay?
attracting the
Almost
wrong
100
men by that.
Baby,
And we're talking
I'm not
promiscuous.
attracted-
But
I
again,
want
we never
you to
got
be
to
attracted.
Instagram.
yeah, we didn't get to that. But let's get to his question and we can end it and go into. We'll talk more details. But go ahead. What was his question? Was how'd you like the show? Would you come on again, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I love the show for sure.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
it's
think,
cool.
you know, I'm going to just say very candid. I think
Yeah.
just the mindset of men, you know, like the perception of, because a lot of things that you talked about, that's not day to day, or that's not the type of men that are coming or approaching us or
Yeah.
trying to. So, you know what I'm saying? It's fairy tale.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We can sit here and talk about fairy tale and shoulda, coulda, wouldas or
Hypotheticals.
whatever, but that's not reality. And then, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I like the show. I would definitely, come again. And I love, you know, to learn more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not just, you know, a woman or whatever. You know, I take knowledge from you. And I'm listening. I'm hearing what men
sure.
want, what men need. You know what I'm saying? So
Like,
I
don't
understand
like.
while I'm single. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that, I hear what you're saying. I know what men like. So, I appreciate it for sure, for sure.
I have a
love
question.
it.
What's
Sorry,
up?
last question. So you said that there's women posting their bodies on social media, but why do men like that? Like you guys. No, I'm not saying you necessarily,
I
but
told you
men.
it's because we
they're-
go off of looks. Men go off of looks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Strictly off of looks first. We
so
know once we
you want to
meet
fuck
you-
a bad bitch, but you don't want a bad bitch.
No, man. What? Hey,
That-
what?
that could be
Hell
another
no.
thing.
Hold up.
But-
Tori, wait. Tori. Hey, hold up, man.
No, Tori, what did you say? Sis? Yeah, you know, twerk on social media.
Hell no.
Y'all be liking that shit, saving that
Okay,
shit.
you know we
and
like
now
it.
Instagram shows you,
You know
who
why
likes
we
what.
like it, right?
Now Instagram
That's-
shows you,
that's
oh,
cool.
You're not
for example,
listening to why we
Monica
like it.
this, Ariel like this. We
But
see
then, you know,
that.
you
Do
can't.
you know
can't
why
get
we
that
like
one.
it, right?
You can't wipe that.
I'm sorry.
Do you know why we like that?
Because it make your lump thump.
It makes
Okay,
you because you
okay,
think
and
with your
again,
dick.
again, I just told you. We will see you, and that's what we see first is the twerking and whatnot. So what do we think? I'm just trying to smash.
Exactly.
You're already telling us not to take you serious. You are telling us not to take you
My
serious.
shit private, bro.
Okay, that's
hold on,
you.
hold on,
That's you.
Everybody
But
has
for
their
instance,
mind.
But
we
what
just
about
had-
the woman with OnlyFans? They have relationships.
Exactly, 70% off all that. We don't want that. We ain't taking that serious.
Fuck,
We ain't
hell
taking
no.
that
But
serious.
there
Hey,
there
you
are
think we
some
take
guys
all
that
that?
are
Stop
but
it.
you
You
don't
think-
know
you
that.
think-
You don't
What
even
do you
know.
mean?
Like cheating on you.
Wait,
she
real
got
quick,
OnlyFans.
real
You don't
quick,
even know about
real quick, you think we taking Booty Bandit serious?
Hell no.
Posting all the pictures she
Hell
posted.
no. Hey,
No,
but
we
you
don't
know
want
what?
that.
Look, no,
we don't want to take that girl
here's the
serious.
thing.
Yeah, have a good time, have some fun, maybe.
But you're not
even
gonna
then,
take her serious.
Hell
Look,
no.
hey,
You're not
hold
gonna
up,
take her
hold up.
serious.
There's
no, Booty
there's
Bandit. Let
nothing-
me show you Booty
hold
Bandit
on,
when we
there's
get done
nothing-
with this, and you tell me if
Oh,
we
you
think
gonna
we
show
should
me
take
Booty
her
Bandit?
serious.
You gonna show me Booty
Yeah,
Bandit right
Roger
now?
gonna pull
There's
it up.
nothing-
All right,
hey,
Roger, show me Booty Bandit right
there's
now.
nothing-
We want to talk about it. We want to take this girl
I want to
serious.
see Booty Bandit. Oh, they got Push Show Monique on here.
I told you.
She just passed through here too. She
Yeah.
just passed through on the stories. Her name is Booty Bandit.
Booty Bandit. Wait, that's a real person?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's her name.
That's what she calls herself.
Oh,
yeah.
no way.
That's what she calls herself.
Oh, I thought that was like
I don't know her name. What's her
slang
name?
or...
You just had. She popped up on the.
Oh, okay.
She's right. Yeah, she's right there. The Notorious. There you go.
Notorious.
Yes,
Now go
delete
to
your
what we
social
just
media.
seen the other day. Right here. Look at this. You think we want to take that girl serious?
Wait,
Come on, be for real. You think we want to take
let
this
me
girl
see. I
serious?
can't really see.
Do you no? Go to the other
Stand up,
picture.
stand up,
she was
Roger!
posting.
stand up,
Go
stand
to the other. Go to the other
Stand up.
picture she was posting. Roger, go to the other picture she was posting. Nah, go to the one. Nah, before it was after that. After that one too.
Oh wait, she's
She had like 5 of them in there. No, the other way, Roger. The other way. Go the other
The
way.
first one. First one.
Is it that one? I think it is that top one. But she
Okay,
had
that-
multiple of there. There's
I'm
something
not.
like that. There was
I don't
another one
body
like
shame,
that.
but that BBL does not. The thighs don't match.
And even then, okay, what did I just tell you? Just by seeing how she is on Instagram, I'm just trying to smash. I'm not trying to have this girl as my
I mean,
wife.
she bad.
Be real-
You know
no,
what?
she's
I'ma
not.
just
She
say
a
that. I
baddie.
think
She's
the
beautiful. Look at her
person
face. She's
Oh,
beautiful.
Women think
God,
this is
I'm
what
not a
y'all want
hater.
to see.
When a
'cause what
woman
you
is
just
beautiful,
saying,
I'm
so that's why
acknowledge
she
it.
posting it.
There's okay. Hold on.
She
Let
posting
me
it
let
'cause
me
she know that's
let me
what you
let me
wanna
put into
see.
let me
And
put
that's
into a
what you
different
think is
perspective.
Sexy. That's
Let
what
me-
you're gonna bring all her
let me-
followers.
hold up, let me-
Because men
nah.
are gonna see that and be
Man.
like, oh, I'm finna follow that.
Man,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
let
they
me
do, man.
let me
Follow
put
it
it
on
There it goes.
OnlyFans,
Look, y'all think we want to?
subscriptions,
Y'all think we trying to
audit.
take this
Let me
serious?
put it-
Keep
hold
going,
on,
Roger.
man.
Y'all, we want to take this serious?
Let
We
me
want
put-
our wife showing our body to every man. All my friends on Instagram.
let me put into perspective.
Y'all
Hold
don't
on.
think we want to take that
I mean, but
serious?
if it's making us money though, I mean,
Okay, then we
They
don't
ain't-
even want you. Again, that's just a good
they
time.
ain't hitting it. You bring you.
Hold up. All right, all right.
Bandit.
Money talk. Big
Okay,
No
hold
kid.
on, man. Hold up. Let me put it into perspective, okay? Now, there's different ways. Okay, you may see it as like, okay, he's liking all these pictures and this and that. There, you know that subconsciously, the way the brain works in a woman is like when they get attention, the first thing that they do is go and check homeboy's Instagram. It's the first thing they do. Why is he liking? And my way of doing things, what I've noticed, there's a whole strategy behind this, and I'll teach this in the master class of Lonewolf how to pick up girls. Hear me out. So
don't feel good.
hold on. So hold up. So, okay, a way to attract a woman without coming off too aggressive or too like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would I say it?
Promiscuous?
No. Like you're just out there. I don't
Your
even.
body?
No, I guess. Okay. So the way to go about it is you never directly send a message to a woman, right?
You just like all her
as soon
pictures.
as the problem is that if you go ahead and the way to start it, right, is you run into a page, you like a few pictures, and then you follow. Okay. Now, if you have an interesting profile and the woman's invested, she will follow you back. Once she follows you back, now you can message her because that message will go through. If she doesn't follow you back, it goes to her requested. Now, you don't wait. I mean, you don't go directly into her DMs. You wait for her to post a story. Once you post a story, say how you can relate to the story.
She
And
goes
now
out
you
to
got
eat
her
at a
attention.
restaurant. Oh, I've been there before. It's
Yeah.
really good. What'd
So-
you get when you went? Or I got this when I went. She's like, oh, I didn't try that. Next time I'll try it. Now the conversation already started.
That's the psychology behind. Some guys are
But
actually.
why would you invest all that time just to waste it if you just trying
I
to
ain't wasting
'Cause
it.
my thing
Hell
is,
no.
baby,
Hold
I
up.
know
Hold up.
enough
Hell
people.
no.
Okay,
No,
and I can barely
wait.
keep up
Wait.
with
Nah,
stuff.
man.
Don't try to get to
I'm
know
not
me
even
and
saying
me
that.
get
I'm
to
not
me
even
Wait,
saying
let me
that.
finish this point.
myself.
Let
I'm
me
not.
finish
I'm
this
not.
point.
I'm not saying that. Am I wasting my time? I'm not. I'm intentional, and I distribute
then
my
it's just a smash.
I distribute my time and energy selectively. Okay, and so if I find someone attractive, I want to know about them. I'm not just gonna go and waste my time to try to get for that. I got agreements. Hey, I don't need that shit.
chat.
Okay,
Someone
so
said-
your
fuck all that.
smashes, you have
Someone
them on
said-
Hey,
hand.
hell
But when
yeah.
you get to
Most
know
of them
somebody,
booties
you
don't
not
feel good.
investigation.
Yes.
It's to actually get to
Yes,
know her.
yes,
Okay, see,
yes.
that's
Really
okay.
not.
We
You
said
see what
we
I'm
are
saying?
intentional.
Hell
with
yeah.
these
Questions.
things.
Don't ask me my favorite color, baby. I don't care, and I don't need to
Yeah.
know your favorite color, baby. If you trying to, baby, what's up? Like, okay,
No, okay,
how
but
much
but
it
some
cost?
women are not
Like,
programmed that way. They just, you know what I'm saying? You have to
Every man
you have to
intention
establish
is
something,
well,
establish a
heartache and-
conversation.
Yeah, heartache has formed
yeah.
me to be that way. Yeah,
you
definitely. Don't
establish
waste
a
my
conversation.
time. Yeah.
Once you get into her DM, you get her talking, exchange numbers. Now, again, going back to what I mentioned earlier, don't text them, call them right away. Not right away, but like wait a day or so, let it pass.
Nah, why you doing
Call
all
them.
that?
Because if we do that, you're gonna think we're desperate.
We're-
And you
we're
don't want a
too-
man that's desperate.
Yeah,
I need you to be desperate for me.
Nah,
That's different.
him.
Not at the very beginning. You think
Nah.
that's,
No, you do.
you don't
I
think
need
that's
you to be-
attractive at the
I need you to
beginning.
be
You think
psycho
he's desperate.
immediately.
Nah, maybe
Hell
that's
nah.
you, but a lot of
Yes.
women don't.
Like
A lot of
Joe.
women don't.
Like
They
a
like
lie.
that later on because now they actually like you. But when you do all this weird shit, they don't really like it at the beginning. It's all it's later on once you get the 6 months, year, 3 years in. Now the weird shit's okay because I
Maybe
actually
I'm
really
just
like you.
old fashioned. I want my husband gonna meet me at Kroger's, at Target,
I've been
at
saying
Walmart.
that's where y'all
Baby,
need to
that's
go.
where I'm at.
That's where y'all
'Cause
need to
Instagram,
go.
baby, I am barely on there. Like, and
Not
I'm
Kroger,
just
Target,
posting.
though.
Yes.
Target.
Okay. Walmart. Yes.
No, not
somewhere.
Walmart, Target.
Lowe's.
Target.
Yeah, that's where we go. Home Depot.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at.
What's
baby.
wrong with Walmart,
That's where I'm
David?
at.
It's just you don't.
What? Well, where does your mom get her groceries from?
I don't even
Whole
know.
Foods,
I don't
Sprouts.
even know where she get them from. To be honest, I don't know.
I don't think there's
But
a
I'm
problem
going
with
to.
Walmart.
We go to Costco.
There's
Yeah,
not a problem
wholesale.
with Walmart.
Sam's Club.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, use your
Straight up.
Costco card.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, ask your girlfriend
four
first.
$4.99 rotisserie
Hey, I'll send
chicken.
you the card. No, you
Fire.
gotta actually scan
No,
it now.
I
You
was about
gotta
to say,
scan
I
it now.
seen
You
that.
gotta scan it now. You gotta scan the card now. You
All
gotta
right.
scan the physical
Look,
card.
with that being said,
Oh, David got a rich girlfriend. He got a Costco membership. Okay.
Hey, and
Your
that's
girl
my
got
own. That's
money.
my own Costco membership.
Hey.
That's my Costco membership.
with that being said, again, I already said it a few times, but thank you all for being here. You know what I'm saying? I love the energy.
Yeah.
Love it. Hope you guys are willing to come back at some point, right? We tend to do a bigger show where like any previous guests we've had, we'll bring them into one setting. And so like we'll have like 6-7 different guests at the same time. So it should be good.
And then I would like to bring y'all on separately with other women, so y'all aren't going off of each other and stuff. And that's when we can change the different scenarios up and questions and one like that, because a lot of them have to be kind of the same, so not the same, but you know, switch it up, because y'all are going to give different opinions. And the second time you come on is when we'll get deeper into other subjects and stuff like that. But right now it does kind of have to be surface level, so we can learn who y'all are at the beginning and whatnot. But again, like I've said before I let us go, there have been people on here where they come on and say, I'm not a hoe, I don't do this, I don't do that, and later on, months later, we find out they're doing everything they said they weren't doing, because they want the perception of themselves to these men to be like, I'm this innocent girl, but really they're not. They're out here, you know, $400 smashing passes, et cetera, going on dates. Here's $400 and boom, boom, boom.
What's wrong
Hey,
with
it's because you're capping and you want this perception of you to be this girl,
Baby,
but you're really
I don't
not.
pay nobody bills, baby. They can live
We
how they
just
want
wanted
to
to keep it real. You can live how you want to live, but
That's
keep
part.
it
I pay the
real.
cost to be
Again, if
fine.
you do OnlyFans, you go out there and say I do OnlyFans. Don't
But
be
why?
like that.
Maybe you don't want everybody to know that.
Again, so now
'Cause
you
if
it's
put it
all
out there, it might
cap.
be
Now
used
you
against
just
you.
cap.
You know they say that.
So don't
on Law
do it
Order.
then. So then you might as
It
well
might
not
be
do
used
it.
against
So
you.
you might as well not
Why
do it.
not? But it's hey.
She pleading the
If
fifth,
she got
fam.
it,
She
if
pleading the
that's-
fifth.
If that's quick money.
Okay, then you should be upfront with it. If you
Okay.
think if
So
you're willing
men
to,
that sell drugs, do they post it on they I
they
sell
don't want
drugs?
it. That's different. You ain't
So,
gonna go to
okay,
jail.
don't make it a
No,
close
listen,
friend.
listen,
Don't make it a
listen.
close
You
friend.
ain't
You're
gonna
not
work.
used to
Nah,
it.
wait,
So
stop.
she don't want to say she do OnlyFans. They might be used
Stop.
against
No,
her.
stop. It's,
No,
you gotta
but
understand.
wait,
Real
Jessica,
quick, let me
Jessica,
finish
this
my
is
thing.
why they create a close friends.
No.
for that
Hey,
reason.
listen, let me finish my thing. That scenario right there does not go hand in hand, because the man can go to jail. The woman's not going to jail for everybody finds about her
You don't
OnlyFans. She
know.
getting more money.
Nah,
If she has
She getting
somebody
more
and
money.
and they call CPS and be like, oh, she's doing this.
They
and that.
don't.
You don't
CPS
know.
don't care if you doing that.
You don't know.
CPS don't care if you. As long as your baby taken care of and fed, they don't give a damn what you doing. They don't care as long as you ain't doing drugs and your baby fed. You are good. The
You got a
CPS don't
baby?
care about that. Yeah, I got a kid, and it's a little boy. But with that being said,
Come on,
appreciate you guys.
All right. Let's bring it in. Reel it in.
Appreciate you guys for tuning into another episode of Open Discussions. We will see you guys next week, next Thursday.
Roger, one thing. Hey, look out for that master class. I'm working on it.
Hey, appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Open Discussions. Peace.